racetrack environment prepares under heavy, cloudy skies as something extreme prepares for dominance. The air feels still, almost tense, as if the track itself is waiting. The Bugatti Divo sits low, wide, and aggressively designed for maximum cornering performance. Its presence alone signals one purpose: pure track domination through precision. Every detail of its body is engineered with aerodynamic intent, not comfort or luxury. This machine exists to master corners, not chase straight-line glory. The silence before motion makes its aggression feel even more powerful. Its design is focused entirely on aerodynamics, prioritizing downforce over top speed efficiency. Nothing about it is accidental or decorative in nature. Every surface is sculpted to control airflow with extreme precision. Air is not resisted. Here it is guided and manipulated. Stability at high speed is the core engineering philosophy. Downforce is treated as the main source of control and confidence. This is a machine built to stick to the road under pressure. From the front, sharp aero elements and wide stance create instant intimidation presence. It looks like it is permanently leaning into a corner. The body feels track optimized, sacrificing comfort for absolute performance dominance. Even while standing still, it feels like it is in motion. The design communicates aggression through every angle and edge. Nothing is soft, nothing is relaxed. Everything feels focused. It looks ready to attack any circuit instantly. Along the sides, aerodynamic channels guide air precisely around the entire chassis system. Wind is not random, here it is controlled like a system. Each curve directs airflow toward performance gain. Pressure is managed across the body with extreme accuracy. Even small design elements serve aerodynamic purpose. The car feels like it is shaping the air around it. Everything is built for stability under extreme speed. At the rear, massive wing generates extreme downforce for corner stability at speed. The diffuser works together to lock the car into the asphalt. The faster it goes, the more stable it becomes. This is where engineering reaches its peak expression. Rear design is not for appearance, it is pure function. It turns speed into grip and control. The car feels glued to the track surface. This is where things get serious, because aerodynamics define everything about this machine. Nothing matters more than how it moves through air. A quad-turbo W16 engine delivers massive power but tuned for control precision. Power is not unleashed blindly, it is carefully managed. Press the accelerator, and the Divo responds instantly with controlled aggression. Acceleration feels brutal but never unstable. Every input is translated into structured motion. Power delivery feels smoother than expected, prioritizing traction over raw top speed bursts. There's no chaos in its performance behavior, only engineered stability under extreme conditions always. 0 to high speed happens quickly but feels disciplined. Straight line speed exists, but it is not the focus. Corner performance defines its true identity completely. Every system is built around controlled aggression. This is where it gets interesting, because handling defines its entire identity completely. The suspension is tuned for track precision and stability. The car stays planted even under extreme cornering force. Steering feels incredibly sharp and immediate. Even the smallest input changes direction instantly. There is no delay between thought and response. Driver and machine feel tightly connected. The chassis remains locked under extreme aerodynamic pressure at high speeds. Downforce increases stability as velocity increases. Grip becomes stronger the faster it goes. Inside the cabin, luxury meets racing focus with carbon fiber dominance. Everything is stripped down for performance efficiency. Seats are firm and built for high G-force support. The driver is held tightly in a focused position. Digital displays provide only essential performance data. No distractions exist inside this environment. Driving position is low, centered, and precise. The entire cockpit feels purpose-built for control. Out on track, the Divo feels unstoppable in corners. Each turn becomes a controlled attack on physics. Precision replaces unpredictability completely. Push the throttle, and the W16 delivers overwhelming but controlled force. The sound is deep, mechanical, and distinctly Bugatti. It feels engineered rather than emotional. Late braking becomes a key advantage on track. The car remains perfectly balanced under deceleration. Control is maintained in every situation. However, this level of performance comes with intentional limitations always present. Top speed is lower than other Bugatti models by design. Aerodynamics are prioritized over straight-line performance. Ride comfort is extremely stiff for road use. This machine is not built for daily driving. It is built for controlled racing environments only. Every compromise exists for performance gain, and its exclusivity makes it a rare collector's masterpiece globally. Few will ever experience its full capability. Still, these limitations define its identity completely. Night track lighting transforms it into a glowing aerodynamic weapon. Shadows highlight its extreme wing and sculpted bodywork. Reflections reveal its aggressive design language perfectly. It looks even more intense under artificial light. People instantly recognize its rarity and purpose-built nature. It is not just a hypercar, it is a precision instrument. The Bugatti Divo proves a simple truth in performance engineering. Hypercars are not only about speed, they are about control, grip, and precision. True dominance comes from mastering corners, not straights. And that is where the Divo lives. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. A quiet pit lane sits under overcast skies as something extreme prepares for dominance. The atmosphere feels still, almost controlled, like the world is waiting for something violent to begin. Inside that silence, McLaren Senna stands ready. Aggressive, raw, uncompromising. A machine built with one purpose only: maximum track performance. No comfort, no compromise. No distractions, just speed. Its design is functional above everything else, shaped entirely by aerodynamic science rather than aesthetics or luxury. Every surface exists for a reason. Every angle has a job. Every opening channels air with precision. From the front, massive air intakes dominate the view, feeding the engine and cooling systems under extreme load. The exposed aero elements give it a mechanical honest. Nothing softened, just pure engineering. The body looks almost unfinished at first glance, but that is intentional, because beauty was never the goal. Performance was. Along the sides, deep sculpted channels carve through the bodywork, directing airflow around the chassis with surgical accuracy. Air is not just passing over the car, it is being controlled. At the rear, a towering active wing rises like a weapon, adjusting constantly, balancing downforce, stabilizing the car at extreme speeds where most machines would lose control. This is where things get serious. Because in the Senna, aerodynamics are not supporting performance, they're defining it. At its core sits a twin-turbocharged V8 engine tuned specifically for track domination. Not comfort, not efficiency, only response. Press the accelerator, and everything changes instantly. The engine doesn't build power slowly. It delivers it immediately. A brutal surge of acceleration that pushes the car forward with violent precision. There is no hesitation. There's no delay. Just raw mechanical aggression translated into motion. Speed arrives fast, almost too fast for perception to process. 0 to high velocity happens in a continuous, relentless pull forward. But straight-line speed is only part of its identity. Because the real story begins when the road turns. This is where it gets interesting. Because the McLaren Senna is not built to travel in a straight line. It is built to dominate corners. The suspension is extremely stiff, designed to keep every millimeter of tire contact locked to the asphalt. There is no softness, no forgiveness. It's only precision. Steering input feels immediate, almost mechanical in its honesty. Every movement of the driver is translated directly into the chassis. Nothing is filtered, nothing is delayed. The chassis itself feels alive under aerodynamic pressure, pressed into the ground by massive downforce generated at speed. Inside the cockpit, everything is stripped down to its essential purpose. Carbon fiber surrounds the driver from every angle, reducing weight and increasing structural rigidity. The cabin feels tight, focused, engineered. A racing environment rather than a driving space. Digital displays provide only critical information: lap timing, speed, gear, position, engine data. Nothing unnecessary exists here. The seating position locks the driver into place, ensuring stability under extreme lateral forces during high-speed cornering. Out on track, the Senna transforms completely. It doesn't just move, it attacks. Every corner becomes an opportunity to push deeper into the limits of grip. Every braking zone becomes a controlled entry into chaos. The twin-turbo V8 responds instantly, pulling the car out of corners with relentless force. The sound is sharp, mechanical, and functional engineered for performance feedback, rather than emotional luxury. Braking performance is just as extreme as acceleration. Carbon ceramic systems deliver violent stopping power, allowing incredibly late braking points into corners that would intimidate even experienced drivers. But this level of performance comes with real consequences. On normal roads, the ride is harsh, unforgiving, constantly communicating every surface change directly into the chassis. Visibility is limited due to extreme aerodynamic shaping, and the car demands full attention at all times. There is no moment where the driver can relax, because the Senna is not designed for comfort. It is designed for control at the absolute edge of performance. Night falls over the pit lane. The overcast sky deepens into darkness, and artificial lighting begins to reflect across carbon fiber surfaces. The McLaren Senna now looks even more aggressive under the glow of pit lights, sharp edges, functional vents, mechanical purity. Every reflection highlights its identity as a track weapon. People nearby react instantly, not because it is luxurious, but because it is extreme. A machine that represents the purest form of racing engineering McLaren has ever produced. The Senna proves one thing clearly. Performance is not about comfort, luxury, or compromise. It is about control at the limit of physics. You came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Morning fog drifts slowly across a winding mountain road, while something small waits silently ahead. At 33. 33 sits impossibly low against the asphalt, glowing under soft sunrise reflections. At first glance, it looks almost simple compared to modern hypercars filled with aggressive wings and vents. But simplicity here hides something far more interesting than pure visual drama. Gordon Murray designed this car around one principle that modern performance machines often forget. The driver comes first. Every curve of the body flows cleanly across the surface like liquid metal stretched perfectly tight. There are no oversized aerodynamic fins trying to scream for attention. Instead, the proportions feel balanced, almost timeless, like a classic sports car reimagined decades later. Look through the rear glass, and the real star of the show finally appears. A naturally aspirated V12 engine sits right behind the driver like a mechanical masterpiece. Built by Cosworth, this engine revs past 11,000 RPM, which almost sounds impossible today. Press the start button, and the silence disappears instantly. The engine fires with a sharp metallic note that echoes across the mountainside. No artificial sound enhancement, no digital tricks, just pure mechanical noise filling the air. Light throttle input produces immediate response that feels almost telepathic through the chassis. You feel every vibration traveling through the seat, steering wheel, and pedals. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens incredibly fast, but raw speed isn't the real story here. The magic comes from weight. The entire car weighs around 1,100 kilograms, which is unbelievably light for a modern hypercar. That means every steering input produces instant movement from the chassis. Entering the first corner reveals exactly what this machine was designed for. The front end turns sharply while the rear stays balanced and predictable. This is where things get interesting because the steering actually communicates road texture directly. Most modern supercars isolate the driver from the road using layers of electronic assistance. The TI-33 does the opposite. It invites the driver to participate in every movement happening beneath the tires. Inside the cabin, the philosophy continues with surprising clarity. The interior feels beautifully crafted, but intentionally simple compared to futuristic hypercars. 3 analog gauges sit proudly in the center, reminding drivers this machine values information over distraction. Touchscreens exist, but they stay subtle rather than dominating the entire dashboard. Leather and aluminum surfaces surround the driver with classic craftsmanship rather than flashy technology. The seating position feels natural and perfectly centered, almost like sitting inside a purpose-built race car. Out on open highway, the experience changes completely once the engine climbs toward 9,000 RPM. The V12 begins to scream with a tone so pure it almost feels unreal. Acceleration builds relentlessly, but remains incredibly smooth thanks to the lightweight design. However, owning a hypercar like this does come with a few realistic compromises. The cabin storage remains extremely limited because weight reduction dominated the engineering priorities. Ground clearance also requires careful driving around steep driveways and aggressive speed bumps. But honestly, nobody buys a machine like this expecting daily practicality. ICE, like the TI-33, exists for something far more emotional. They remind drivers what performance felt like before technology started filtering every sensation. Night driving transforms the car into something almost magical as reflections glide across the curved body panels. Streetlights shimmer across the paint while the V12 echoes through empty roads. People notice instantly because the shape feels both modern and timeless simultaneously. It doesn't scream for attention, yet it commands it effortlessly. And that might be the most impressive thing about the GMAT. 33. It proves hypercars don't need hybrid systems or massive horsepower numbers to feel extraordinary. Sometimes all it takes is lightweight engineering, a screaming V12, and a driver willing to experience it. If you discovered this machine through the short teaser, welcome to the full cinematic story here on Rider Zone 47. Subscribe, like the video, and comment your answer to today's quiz before the next hypercar arrives. A quiet, modern highway sits under soft golden light as something electric prepares for motion. The air is still, almost unreal. No engine vibration, no mechanical sound, just silence waiting to be broken. Then the sky blue Porsche Taycan appears. Painted in a deep, glossy sky blue finish that reflects the environment like liquid glass. It doesn't just look like a car, it looks like motion frozen in color. A futuristic machine standing still, ready to wake up at any second. The sky blue tone shifts slightly under lighter on curves, deeper in shadows, giving the body a flowing, almost emotional presence. It feels alive even when stationary. This is Porsche's electric vision, refined, aggressive, and completely redefined in a new identity. The Taycan stands low and wide, its stance planted firmly on the road, like it belongs there more than anything else around it. Every surface is sculpted for aerodynamic efficiency. Every curve is intentional. Every line serves a function. From the front, sharp LED headlights cut through the silence with a precise, futuristic expression. They glow slightly against the sky blue body, creating a contrast between technology and color. The front fascia looks aggressive, but clean like a machine designed in a wind tunnel and perfected by obsession. Air channels sit deep in the bumper, directing airflow with surgical precision. Even standing still, the car feels like it's managing speed. The sky blue paint enhances every detail, making reflections smoother, softer, almost ocean-like as light moves across it. From different angles, the color changes personality: calm under soft light, intense under direct reflection. Along the sides, the Taycan's profile is pure motion design. A long, flowing roofline merges into a tight rear structure, emphasizing both stability and speed. Clean character lines stretch across the body, not sharp for aggression alone, but shaped for aerodynamic purpose. The sky blue finish highlights these lines like brushstrokes on a moving canvas. At the rear, the continuous LED light bar glows faintly even in daylight, stretching across the width like a signature. It connects both sides visually, reinforcing the futuristic identity of the car. Below it, subtle aerodynamic shaping manages airflow exit with precision. Nothing is excessive. Everything is controlled. This is where things get serious. Because in the Taycan, performance is not mechanical anymore. It's electric, instant, silent, controlled. Dual electric motors sit ready beneath the body, capable of delivering torque instantly to all four wheels. There's no delay, no hesitation, no buildup. Just immediate response. Press the accelerator. And the sky blue Taycan launches forward with silent aggression. The sensation is almost unnatural at first. No engine roar, no gear shifts. No vibration buildup, only pure acceleration. The car surges forward so smoothly it feels like reality is being compressed into motion. Speed rises instantly, pressing the driver into the seat with controlled force. The sky blue exterior blurs into motion, becoming a streak of color moving through space. 0 to high speed happens in a continuous wave of electric power. But straight line speed is only the beginning, because this is where it gets interesting. Handling defines everything. The Taycan's battery is placed low in the chassis, giving it a center of gravity closer to the ground than most performance cars. This creates a feeling of absolute stability. It's like the car is glued to the road surface itself. Steering input is immediate. Every small movement from the driver translates directly into directional change. No delay, no softness, just precision. The chassis remains perfectly balanced, even under aggressive acceleration or directional shifts. Inside the cabin, the sky blue exterior theme continues emotionally through design, harmony, and lighting reflection. Large digital displays dominate the dashboard, presenting performance data in a clean and structured way. Speed, power, distribution, energy flow, driving modes, everything is visible combining luxury finishes with sustainable design philosophy. Soft touch surfaces contrast with sharp technological interfaces, creating a balance between comfort and performance mindset. The seating position is low and supportive, locking the driver into a stable position during acceleration and cornering forces. Even the cabin lighting reflects slightly off the sky blue exterior when viewed through glass, creating a subtle connection between inside and outside. Out on the open highway, the Taycan changes personality depending on input. At low speed, it is calm. It's almost silent enough to disappear into the environment. But the moment the throttle is pressed again, everything changes instantly. Electric torque responds immediately, pushing the car forward with controlled violence. No engine noise rises to match the speed, only wind and motion. The sky blue body cuts through air with fluid precision, like a shape designed to disturb nothing around it. Braking is equally advanced, strong, controlled, confident. Energy is recovered during deceleration, feeding back into the system seamlessly. Even slowing down feels engineered. However, this level of electric performance comes with real-world considerations. Driving style directly impacts range. Hard acceleration drains energy faster. Long-distance travel requires planning around charging infrastructure. But these are not limitations in the traditional sense. They are part of a new performance language, a shift in how power is used, stored, and delivered. As evening approaches, the sky blue Taycan becomes even more striking. Streetlights reflect across its body like waves moving over water. The color deepens, shifting between soft blue and darker ocean tones, depending on angle and light intensity. The continuous rear light bar glows brighter in contrast to the growing darkness, making the car visible even from far away. It no longer feels like just a vehicle. It feels like a moving energy form shaped by engineering, not because of sound, but because of silence. A machine moving at extreme speed without mechanical noise feels unfamiliar, almost futuristic. The sky blue Taycan passes through the scene like controlled electricity made visible. It proves something important. Electric performance is not about replacing emotion, it's about transforming it. A storm builds over an empty highway as something powerful waits silently for release. The sky darkens. Wind sweeps across the asphalt. Rain begins to fall in scattered drops, reflecting distant flashes of lightning. In the center of it all, the Rimac Nevera sits low, futuristic, and engineered for extreme electric performance capabilities. Its presence feels still, but purposeful, as if it's already in motion, even while standing still. Its design looks clean, yet aggressive, balancing aerodynamics with modern hypercar styling elements. Every surface channels airflow efficiently, optimizing both cooling and high-speed stability simultaneously. From the front, sleek LED lights create a sharp and futuristic visual presence instantly. They cut through the storm like focused beams, defining the car's identity even in darkness. The body remains smooth, emphasizing airflow efficiency rather than traditional aggressive design features. No unnecessary lines, no excess details, just function, refined into form. Move along the side, and the proportions highlight its low stance and powerful structure. The silhouette hugs the ground, suggesting speed even at rest. At the rear, aerodynamic elements enhance stability without disrupting its clean design philosophy. Every vent, every curve, every contour serves a purpose. Nothing is accidental. This is where things get serious because power delivery defines everything about this machine. For electric motors deliver extreme torque, distributing power independently to each wheel instantly. Each wheel responds on its own, adjusting traction in real time. Press the accelerator, and the Navara launches forward without delay or hesitation whatsoever. There is no buildup, no lag, just immediate force. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens almost instantly, faster than most hypercars available. Acceleration continues relentlessly, pushing beyond expectations with overwhelming intensity and control. The feeling is continuous, uninterrupted, as if speed itself is being stretched forward. This is where it gets interesting, because control matches its extreme performance capabilities. Advanced systems manage power delivery, ensuring stability even under extreme acceleration conditions. Sensors constantly monitor traction, balance, and grip across all four wheels. Adjustments happen in milliseconds, invisible, yet critical. Steering feels precise, allowing drivers to maintain control at incredibly high speeds consistently. The chassis responds instantly, handling forces beyond traditional driving expectations entirely. Even under pressure, the vehicle remains composed, predictable, stable. Inside the cabin, technology dominates, reflecting a futuristic approach to performance design philosophy. Digital displays provide real-time data, enhancing driver awareness during intense driving scenarios. Speed, power distribution, energy, usage all visible at a glance. The seating position feels comfortable, supporting both high performance and long-distance usability needs. Materials feel premium, blending luxury with advanced technology seamlessly throughout the cabin. Minimalistic, yet highly functional. Out on open roads, the Navara transitions from silent cruising to explosive acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the car surges forward with overwhelming electric force immediately. No engine roar, no vibration, just acceleration. The absence of engine noise makes the speed feel almost unreal and surreal entirely. Braking feels extremely strong, maintaining control even after intense acceleration bursts consistently. Regenerative systems assist in managing energy while maintaining stability and responsiveness. However, this level of innovation comes with realistic considerations drivers must understand clearly. Charging infrastructure and range planning remain important factors for long-distance driving usability. Weight remains higher compared to traditional hypercars due to battery systems installed. The emotional connection may differ compared to combustion-powered hypercars for some drivers. Still, these factors represent the evolution of performance rather than limitations entirely. Technology continues to redefine expectations, pushing boundaries beyond traditional engineering approaches. Night driving transforms the Navara into a glowing machine under city lights effortlessly. Reflections glide across its surface, emphasizing its futuristic and minimalistic design instantly. Neon lights, street lamps, and passing vehicles all reflect across its body like moving highlights. People react instantly, surprised by its silent speed and extreme performance capabilities. The Navara doesn't announce itself with sound, it reveals itself through motion. Rimac Navara proves electric technology can redefine what hypercars are capable of achieving. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. The Corvette Stingray emerges from twilight, its metallic body glowing under streetlights perfectly. Every angle reflects the city lights, accentuating lines sharper than any previous generation. Its aerodynamic form whispers speed, even while standing still on empty asphalt stretches. From the first glance, you feel that American muscle has found modern elegance. The front fascia channels air aggressively, hinting at the raw power underneath the hood. Headlights cut through the night with precision, revealing a face both menacing and proud. Side panels ripple like liquid metal, emphasizing motion even when parked in silence. Wheels turn in slow-mo, reflecting neon as if dancing to an unseen rhythm. The Stingray's philosophy balances performance and beauty, blending heritage with futuristic intent flawlessly. Every line was engineered for both airflow and emotional resonance with the driver inside. Pop the hood and the heart of a beast reveals itself, V8 thundering softly. Exhaust tips shimmer under city lights, promising chaos unleashed when you press the pedal. Inside, carbon fiber accents merge with premium leather, Minimalist yet fiercely purposeful everywhere. Seats hug your body like they know exactly where control and comfort collide. The digital dash animates subtly, displaying critical data without breaking cinematic immersion entirely. Infotainment glows with intuitive interaction, yet the focus always returns to the road ahead. Every pedal press translates instantly to the tires, a direct connection between man and machine. The Stingray rockets down deserted highways, its engine note harmonizing with wind turbulence perfectly. Cornering precision surprises, combining raw American aggression with unexpectedly refined control under pressure. Braking stability delivers confidence, letting you push harder without fearing a loss of composure. Night city streets reflect across the hood, turning the car into a moving art piece. Unique features like magnetic ride control adapt seamlessly, enhancing performance without drawing attention. The mid-engine layout shifts weight naturally, rewarding precision drivers with visceral feedback instantly. Overpasses and open roads reveal acceleration that literally bends reality in your perception. Even minor imperfections, like stiff ride at low speeds, remind you this machine prioritizes performance. Steering input feels mechanical yet natural, a tactile delight few cars dare to deliver. The Stingray's growl escalates with every gear shift, demanding respect from bystanders silently watching. Convertible top option changes the emotional connection entirely, wind amplifying adrenaline on every curve. Head-turning design ensures it dominates parking lots as much as highways effortlessly. Lighting cues emphasize curves and edges, sculpting drama out of ambient city lights. Sound design inside balances engine aggression with cabin serenity for an emotional roller coaster ride. Even at rest, the Stingray radiates energy, as if itching for the next challenge. The cockpit blends analog heritage with futuristic cues, reminding you of Corvette's legacy flawlessly. Highway blasts reveal acceleration reaching 0 to 60 miles per hour in moments that feel both instant and timeless. Tire smoke from controlled slides accentuates the raw, unfiltered fun engineered into every system. Every drive becomes a story, merging adrenaline, aesthetics, and precision into cinematic reality fully. Minor caveats exist, but they're acceptable sacrifices for this level of automotive artistry. You realize ownership is emotional, visceral, and utterly rewarding in ways numbers cannot convey. The Corvette Stingray delivers the American dream reshaped into motion, power, and design. It's not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. Its character shines undeniably. Final acceleration shot leaves horizon bending, city lights blurring into unforgettable cinematic memory. The hero closes with motion, light, and sound, fusing into pure automotive poetry forever. Sunlight reflects across a coastal highway where something advanced prepares for motion quietly. The ocean stretches endlessly beside the road, waves move rhythmically. The air feels calm, but charged with anticipation. In this still moment, the Aston Martin Valhalla 2026 sits low, aggressive, and engineered for modern high-performance driving precision. Its stance alone suggests capability. Controlled power, refined intensity. Its design looks sharp, combining aerodynamic efficiency with striking supercar visual elements seamlessly. Every line feels calculated. Every surface has intent. Every surface serves a purpose, guiding airflow to enhance stability and cooling systems effectively. Air moves around, through the car, exactly as engineered. From the front, aggressive lines and large intakes create a bold visual identity instantly. The design feels focused, purpose-driven. The body appears sculpted, reflecting both performance capability and refined design philosophy clearly. It's not just about speed, it's about precision. Move along the side, and proportions highlight its low stance and performance focus. The profile stays tight to the ground, balanced, aerodynamically efficient. At the rear, aerodynamic elements enhance downforce while maintaining a clean visual appearance. Nothing excessive, nothing unnecessary, just engineered performance. This is where things get serious because the hybrid system defines everything here. A powerful engine combines with electric motors, delivering both performance and efficiency simultaneously. Two systems, working together. One, providing raw power, the other delivering instant response. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a sharp and refined tone immediately. A controlled sound. It's not overwhelming, but precise. Electric motors add instant torque, enhancing acceleration right from the start seamlessly. No delay, no hesitation, just immediate movement. Throttle input feels immediate, translating driver intent into rapid forward movement instantly. The connection between driver and machine feels direct. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens quickly, placing it among top performance supercars. Acceleration builds with intensity, but remains controlled. But acceleration alone doesn't define what makes the Valhalla a unique overall experience. Because true performance is not just speed. Entering corners, the car feels planted, with advanced suspension improving grip dramatically. The road feels connected, predictable. Steering feedback feels precise, allowing confident control at high speeds consistently. Every movement feels intentional. Every adjustment feels accurate. This is where it gets interesting, because balance defines the entire driving experience. The hybrid system adapts instantly, optimizing power delivery based on driving conditions dynamically. Power shifts where it's needed. When it's needed, drivers feel connected with every input translating into immediate and predictable vehicle response. No surprises. Inside the cabin, modern technology blends seamlessly with a driver-focused layout throughout. The design avoids distraction. Everything supports performance. Digital displays provide essential information while maintaining focus on driving engagement consistently. Speed, power distribution, system feedback, all visible. Instantly, materials feel premium, combining luxury with performance-oriented design elements effectively. Refined textures, precise finishes. The seating position feels balanced, offering both comfort and control during driving sessions. You feel secure, but fully in command. Out on open roads, the Valhalla transitions smoothly from calm cruising to aggressive acceleration. At low speeds, it feels composed, controlled, push the throttle, and everything changes. The hybrid system delivers power with controlled intensity forward. Acceleration builds, seamlessly blending combustion and electric force. The sound blends engine tone with subtle electric presence, creating a unique experience. Not loud, but distinctive. Braking feels strong and consistent, ensuring stability under high-speed driving conditions always. Control remains absolute, even under pressure. However, this level of performance comes with realistic considerations drivers should understand clearly. Hybrid systems add complexity, potentially increasing maintenance and long-term ownership considerations. More systems, more engineering, more precision required. Pricing reflects exclusivity, placing it among high-end supercars available in limited numbers. Not built for everyone, built for a few. Still, these compromises are necessary for achieving next-generation performance capabilities overall. Because innovation always comes with complexity. Night driving transforms the Valhalla into a glowing machine under city lights effortlessly. Reflections glide across its surfaces as it moves through illuminated streets. Reflections highlight its aggressive design, emphasizing performance and modern engineering simultaneously. It doesn't just move, it stands out. People react instantly, drawn by its presence and advanced hybrid identity immediately. The Aston Martin Valhalla 2026 proves hybrid technology can enhance performance without sacrificing driving emotion. A balance between future and tradition, power and control, technology and feeling. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. A quiet Scandinavian road stretches forward as something revolutionary prepares to redefine hypercars completely. The air feels crisp. The road is empty. Everything is still, till movement begins. The Koenigsegg Gemera sits low, long, and engineered for extreme performance and practicality together. Not just a hypercar, something different, something unexpected. Its design feels futuristic, yet functional, blending hypercar aggression with GIT-level comfort seamlessly. Every line serves a purpose. Every curve is calculated. Every surface is optimized for airflow, ensuring stability at extreme speeds effortlessly. This is not designed for appearance alone. It is engineering in motion. From the front, sharp aerodynamics and signature Koenigsegg styling create a bold identity instantly. Low stance, wide presence. A machine built for speed, but refined for control. The elongated body hints at its rare ability to carry 4 passengers comfortably. A hypercar with space. A concept that shouldn't work, yet somehow does. Along the sides, sculpted lines emphasize both speed and aerodynamic efficiency clearly. Air moves through it, not just around it. At the rear, aggressive diffuser design enhances stability during high-speed performance driving. Everything is anchored. Everything is balanced. This is where things get serious, because the powertrain defines everything here completely. A hybrid system combines a combustion engine with electric motors for extreme output. 2 worlds, working as one. Press the accelerator, and the Gemera launches forward with shocking and instant force. No delay, no hesitation, just immediate response. Electric torque fills the gap instantly, creating uninterrupted acceleration throughout the entire range. Power doesn't build. It arrives. There is no hesitation, just continuous and controlled power delivery instantly. A seamless surge forward. 0 to high speeds happen rapidly, surprising even experienced hypercar drivers completely. It doesn't feel fast, till you realize how far you've already gone. This is where it gets interesting, because versatility defines this machine entirely. Unlike traditional hypercars, it can comfortably carry passengers without sacrificing performance capability. For seats, full power, no compromise. Steering feels precise, giving drivers confidence even at extreme speed conditions consistently. Every input translates instantly. Every correction feels natural. The chassis remains stable, balancing comfort and performance in perfect harmony overall. It doesn't fight the road, it adapts to it. Inside the cabin, luxury meets innovation with a futuristic 4-seat layout design. Space surrounds you, technology supports you. Each seat feels premium, offering comfort without reducing performance, focus, or engagement. Passengers don't just ride, experience. Advanced screens provide driver and passenger information without overwhelming simplicity of design. Everything is visible, nothing is distracting. Materials feel luxurious, combining Scandinavian minimalism with hypercar craftsmanship seamlessly. Clean design, precise detailing, a balance between simplicity and complexity. Out on open roads, the Gemera transitions from calm GT cruising to hypercar aggression instantly. One moment, silent control, the next, explosive acceleration. Push the throttle, and all power sources combine into overwhelming forward motion immediately. Electric precision meets combustion intensity. The sound blends both worlds, creating a unique experience. Not just loud, but layered. Braking feels strong and controlled, ensuring confidence during high-speed driving scenarios consistently. Speed is easy, control is everything. However, this level of innovation comes with realistic considerations for ownership. Complex hybrid systems may require advanced servicing and specialized technical support globally. Technology brings power, but also responsibility. Its size compared to traditional hypercars may affect tight driving dynamics slightly. It's larger, more capable, but different. Still, these trade-offs enable its unique combination of speed and practicality. Because no other hypercar offers this balance. Night driving transforms the Gemera into a glowing, futuristic GT hypercar hybrid. Lights reflect across its elongated body as it moves silently through the darkness. Reflections highlight its design, emphasizing both luxury and performance simultaneously. People react instantly because they don't expect it. A 4-seat hypercar. It's moving like this. The Koenigsegg Gemera proves hypercars don't have to sacrifice usability for performance anymore. It changes expectations, it changes possibilities, and it redefines what a hypercar can be. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Sunset casts warm reflections across the streets as the GLA waits silently to move. The Mercedes-Benz GLA 2026 appears compact but exudes a presence larger than its size. LED headlights slice through urban shadows, accentuating aggressive lines across the sculpted front fascia. Its grille and aerodynamic curves hint at performance beyond typical compact SUVs today. Side profiles flow smoothly, blending sportiness with classic Mercedes elegance in every detail. Wheel arches house premium alloys designed to balance aesthetics and responsive road performance. The cabin welcomes occupants with soft-touch materials, leather, and subtle metal accents everywhere. Infotainment screens integrate seamlessly without overwhelming the driver's focus or dashboard symmetry. The seating positions are comfortable yet supportive, perfect for city commutes or highway drives. Steering feedback is surprisingly direct, giving precise control through tight urban corners. Turbocharged engine ignites instantly with a smooth hum, transforming streets into a playground of speed. Throttle input feels linear and responsive, yet never overwhelming for daily driving situations. 0 to 60 happens briskly, impressively fast for a compact SUV of this size. The suspension absorbs uneven pavement gracefully, while maintaining cornering composure and driver confidence throughout. Adaptive dampers balance comfort and agility, depending on chosen driving modes seamlessly. Technology integrates intelligently, from assisted braking to intelligent cruise control on highways, effortlessly. Interior lighting adds ambience, without distracting from the driving experience or city visibility. Storage spaces surprise with clever design, fitting everyday items without cluttering the cabin. Visibility remains excellent for maneuvering in urban environments, parking, and highway transitions. Acceleration feels smooth yet energetic when merging onto expressways or open city streets. Handling feels playful, with light yet precise feedback, encouraging confident cornering instincts. Despite compact dimensions, the GLA projects a presence that turns heads effortlessly everywhere. The cabin feels premium, crafted with care, and surprisingly roomy for its footprint. Technology is modern but restrained, keeping driving focus on engagement rather than distraction. Fuel economy impresses for a turbocharged premium SUV while maintaining responsive performance. Some may desire more aggressive power output, yet balance suits urban lifestyles perfectly. This is a compact SUV designed for drivers who value refinement and thrill. Nightfall transforms its body, reflections dancing across curves under streetlights, radiating premium allure. The Mercedes-Benz confident, versatile driving enjoyment daily. Performance and premium touches combine in a compact package you can trust. If you discovered this SUV through the short teaser, welcome to the full cinematic experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Would you prefer the GLA or a larger Mercedes SUV for your city driving? Stick around for the next cinematic automotive adventure, delivering high-quality driving experiences. City streets glow under golden hour light as a compact silhouette rolls into view. At first glance, it seems small, unassuming, but its presence demands attention. This is the Mercedes-Benz GLA, sleek, aggressive, and surprisingly agile. LED headlights while the body leans into corners with quiet authority. The cabin hides a premium interior that feels more luxurious than most larger SUVs. Every touch, every control, communicates refinement with unmistakable Mercedes precision. Under the hood, a turbocharged engine delivers city speed and highway composure instantly. Handling feels light, responsive, almost like a miniature sports SUV. But the true charm isn't just speed. It's how naturally this SUV fits your life. If this teaser caught your eye, go to Rider Zone 47 for the full cinematic review. A calm suburban street glows under soft daylight as something intelligent prepares for movement. The air feels still. The environment feels controlled. Everything moves at a steady pace. And within that calm, the Volvo EX90 2026 stands tall, blending modern design with advanced safety-focused engineering seamlessly. It doesn't demand attention. It earns it quietly. Its design feels minimal yet strong, reflecting Volvo's clean and purposeful styling philosophy clearly. Nothing excessive, nothing unnecessary. Just clarity in design. Every surface appears smooth, emphasizing simplicity while maintaining a premium visual presence throughout. A balance between elegance and function. From the front, signature lighting creates a recognizable identity with a futuristic touch instantly. Clean lines, focused presence, a design that feels modern without being aggressive. The body looks solid, designed to protect occupants while maintaining modern elegance consistently. Strength is built into every angle, not just for looks, but for purpose. Along the sides, clean lines highlight its proportions and spacious interior capabilities clearly. The structure feels confident, balanced, built for real-world usability. At the rear, subtle design elements reinforce its calm yet confident character effectively. No sharp statements, just quiet authority. This is where things get serious, because technology defines everything about this SUV. Not just performance, but awareness. Advanced sensors and systems monitor surroundings continuously, enhancing safety during every drive, watching, tracking, assisting, before the driver even reacts. Press the accelerator, and the EX90 moves forward smoothly without noise or vibration. No engine sound, just motion. Electric power delivers consistent acceleration, focusing on comfort rather than aggressive performance output. It doesn't rush, it flows. Throttle response feels controlled, ensuring a relaxed and predictable driving experience consistently. Every input feels calm, every movement feels stable. Acceleration feels sufficient for daily driving, offering confidence without overwhelming the driver. Enough power? Exactly when needed. But performance alone doesn't define what makes the EX90 truly special overall. Because this vehicle is not built for speed, it's built for intelligence. Driving through city streets, the SUV feels stable, calm, and easy to control. Traffic flows around it, but inside, everything feels controlled. The suspension absorbs road imperfections, delivering a smooth and comfortable ride quality. Rough surfaces disappear into comfort. This is where it gets interesting because safety becomes the main priority here. The system predicts potential risks, assisting drivers before dangerous situations develop fully. Not reacting. Anticipating. Sensors track surroundings, helping maintain awareness even in complex driving environments consistently. Blind spots, pedestrians, unexpected movement, all monitored, all processed. Inside the cabin, minimalism creates a relaxing and modern environment for occupants. No clutter, no distraction, just space, but clarity. A large central display controls most functions while maintaining a clean dashboard design. Technology stays present, but controlled. Materials feel premium, combining sustainability with luxury elements throughout the interior space. Soft textures, refined finishes, a balance between responsibility and comfort. The seating position feels comfortable, offering excellent visibility and support for long journeys. You sit higher, seeing more, feeling secure. Out on highways, the X90 delivers a quiet and stress-free driving experience consistently. Long distances feel shorter, less fatigue, more focus. Wait. Push the throttle, and the SUV accelerates smoothly without sudden or aggressive movement. Oh, man. Just controlled motion. The absence of engine noise enhances relaxation, making long drives more enjoyable overall. No harshness, just precision. However, this level of technology comes with realistic considerations for potential buyers. Reliance on advanced systems may require updates and maintenance over time consistently. Technology evolves, must be maintained. Charging infrastructure remains important for long-distance travel planning and convenience overall. Planning becomes part of ownership. Some drivers may prefer more engaging performance rather than comfort-focused driving characteristics. Because this is not built for excitement. It's built for assurance. Still, these factors reflect its purpose rather than limit its overall appeal entirely. Because not every vehicle needs to be aggressive to be powerful. Night driving transforms the EX90 into a calm presence under city lights effortlessly. Soft lighting highlights its design as it moves quietly through the streets. Reflections emphasize its clean lines and composed character. It doesn't dominate the road, it harmonizes with it. People react differently, appreciating its quiet confidence and advanced safety features instantly. The Volvo EX900 2026 proves that intelligence and safety can redefine the driving experience completely. A different kind of performance, a different kind of strength. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. A quiet Italian city street reflects luxury as something elegant prepares to arrive. A deep gloss black presence appears at a distance. The Maserati Ghibli glides forward, blending performance and luxury in perfect Italian harmony. Its black finish reflects the entire city like a moving mirror. Streetlights stretch across its surface as it moves silently. Its design is sleek, combining aggressive sports sedan proportions with refined elegance clearly. Every curve is sculpted to express speed, even when the car is standing still. The black paint enhances every line, making each contour sharper and more defined. From the front, the signature Maserati grille creates an instantly recognizable identity always. Chrome accents contrast perfectly against the deep black body. Headlights cut through the light, giving it a focused, commanding presence. The body flows smoothly, emphasizing aerodynamics and luxury presence on urban roads. Reflections move across the black surface as it passes buildings and lights. Along the sides, sharp lines highlight its sporty yet executive sedan character strongly. The long silhouette feels powerful, controlled, and confident. At the rear, subtle design cues maintain elegance while supporting aerodynamic efficiency. The black finish gives the rear a clean, sophisticated dominance. This is where things get serious, because balance defines everything about this machine. A twin-turbo engine delivers smooth yet responsive acceleration across all speeds consistently. Press the accelerator, and the Ghibli responds with refined Italian performance instantly. The black machine moves forward with silent authority. Power builds smoothly, delivering controlled acceleration rather than aggressive bursts of force. The engine feels balanced, combining comfort driving with sporty responsiveness always. 0 to high speed happens gracefully, maintaining stability and luxury throughout acceleration. The black body remains planted, cutting through air effortlessly. This is where it gets interesting, because driving dynamics remain engaging always. Steering feels precise, offering confidence in both city and highway environments. The chassis remains composed, absorbing road imperfections while maintaining sporty control. Suspension tuning balances comfort and performance for everyday usability, effectively always. Even at speed, the black Ghibli feels calm, controlled, and perfectly stable. Inside the cabin, Italian luxury dominates with premium materials and refined craftsmanship. The interior contrasts beautifully with the black exterior, creating a complete luxury experience. Leather seats, detailed stitching, and elegant design create a sophisticated environment. Every surface feels intentional, designed for comfort and class. Digital displays provide modern functionality without overwhelming the classic luxury feel. Technology blends quietly into the experience, never taking control away from the driver. Seating is comfortable, yet supportive, ideal for both driving and long travel. The driving position feels natural, connected, and refined. Out on open roads, the Ghibli feels like a refined performance cruiser. The black exterior reflects the open road as it moves forward smoothly. Push the throttle, and the twin-turbo engine delivers smooth acceleration power. Speed increases without effort, without noise, without chaos. The sound is subtle, yet sporty, reflecting Maserati's signature exhaust tuning always. A quiet growl follows the motion, controlled and elegant. Braking feels confident and controlled, supporting high-speed driving safely always. The car slows with precision, maintaining balance at every moment. However, this level of luxury performance comes with practical considerations. Fuel efficiency is moderate compared to compact luxury sedans in daily use. Rear space may feel slightly limited compared to larger executive sedans. Ride comfort depends on driving mode and road surface conditions always. But these details never overpower the experience, because the identity remains clear. A black luxury sports sedan built for presence and performance. Night driving transforms the Ghibli into a glowing Italian statement. City lights reflect across the black paint like flowing energy. Every angle becomes more dramatic under darkness. Every curve becomes sharper. Every movement becomes more noticeable. People react instantly, drawn to its presence without hesitation. Some stop, some turn, some simply watch it pass. The black Ghibli doesn't demand attention. It commands it naturally. The Maserati Ghibli proves luxury and performance can coexist in one machine. A balance of elegance. power, and control. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Dawn mist hugs asphalt as Honda Civic Type R 2026 emerges, camera gliding dramatically forward. Sculpted bodywork slices light, reflections dancing while lens orbits low through awakening racetrack silence. Every vent whispers purpose, air channels breathing aggression as camera skims precisely along surfaces. Crimson accents ignite contrast, metallic paint shimmering beneath rising sun, motion revealing muscular tension. Wide stance commands authority, shadows stretching outward, while perspective sweeps across aerodynamic sculptural drama. Design speaks obsession, engineering visible everywhere, camera lingering reverently on functional, aggressive details. Turbocharged heart awakens suddenly, vibrations pulsing outward as exhaust notes ripple across empty grandstands. Acceleration compresses scenery violently, camera chasing relentlessly while horizon rushes backward with thrilling urgency. Steering inputs translate telepathically, front tires biting eagerly as tracking shot mirrors each decisive movement. Suspension grips pavement fiercely, body remaining disciplined, while corners blur into controlled, breathtaking arcs. Braking forces surge confidently, nose dipping subtly as camera captures heat, speed, precision colliding. Cabin reveals driver-centric minimalism. Textures illuminated softly, while camera drifts through focused technological intimacy. Bolstered seats embrace firmly, stitching catching light as viewpoint floats across tactile. Purposeful craftsmanship. Digital displays awaken crisply, information cascading smoothly, while reflections shimmer against brushed metallic surfaces. Controls respond instantly, interface feeling organic as camera glides between steering, pedals, instrumentation, harmony. Road noise remains present deliberately, reminding occupants this machine prioritizes sensation over isolation entirely. Urban streets rush past rapidly, neon reflections streaking while camera tracks low beside spinning wheels. Traffic dissolves into motion poetry, throttle modulation revealing surprising civility beneath aggressive mechanical character. Yet firmness persists constantly, ride occasionally unforgiving. Camera emphasizing realism beyond cinematic exhilaration fantasies. Highway stretches invite velocity, landscape unfolding endlessly as perspective pulls backward into immersive speed corridors. Wind whispers around mirrors, subtle turbulence audible while visuals celebrate stability at rising velocities. Driver confidence builds naturally, inputs rewarded faithfully. Camera mirroring rhythm between intention and response. Mountain switchbacks challenge balance, chassis rotating eagerly as sweeping aerial shots emphasize flowing precision. Grip levels astonished repeatedly, tires clinging defiantly while momentum bends gracefully through unforgiving geography. Heat haze shimmers dramatically, brakes enduring punishment as camera lingers on glowing mechanical resilience. Practicality quietly survives underneath performance. Rear seats waiting patiently as camera briefly acknowledges everyday usability. Fuel thirst remains reasonable, though enthusiasm invites excess. Realism grounding exhilaration within ownership considerations. Value emerges through durability. Heritage resonating subtly, while visuals echo decades of performance evolution, legacy. Sunset floods horizon brilliantly, silhouette charging forward as camera elevates into triumphant cinematic departure. Honda Civic Type AR 2026 fades into darkness, leaving echoes of speed, devotion, engineering passion. A quiet Scandinavian road stretches forward as something revolutionary prepares to redefine hypercars completely. The air feels crisp, the surroundings are calm. Nature stands still, as if waiting. In this silence, the Koenigsegg Gemara sits low, long, and engineered for extreme performance and practicality together. It doesn't follow traditional hypercar rules. It rewrites them. Its design feels futuristic, yet functional, blending hypercar aggression with GT-level comfort seamlessly. Every line serves a purpose. Every surface reflects intent. Every surface is optimized for airflow, ensuring stability at extreme speeds effortlessly. Air is guided with precision, not resisted. From the front, sharp aerodynamics and signature Koenigsegg styling create a bold identity instantly. A focused, aggressive face, designed for speed. The elongated body hints at its rare ability to carry 4 passengers comfortably. A hypercar that doesn't limit itself to 2. Along the sides, sculpted lines emphasize both speed and aerodynamic efficiency clearly. The shape flows naturally, balancing performance with usability. At the rear, aggressive diffuser design enhances stability during high-speed performance driving. Everything at the back works to keep the car grounded, even under extreme acceleration. This is where things get serious, because the powertrain defines everything here completely. A hybrid system combines a combustion engine with electric motors for extreme output. Multiple power sources working as one. Press the accelerator, and the Gemera launches forward with shocking and instant force. The response is immediate. Electric torque fills the gap instantly, creating uninterrupted acceleration throughout the entire range. No delay, no gaps. Just continuous power. There is no hesitation. Just controlled and overwhelming acceleration instantly. Speed builds faster than expected. 0 to high speeds happen rapidly, surprising even experienced hypercar drivers completely. The experience feels intense, but stable. This is where it gets interesting, because versatility defines this machine entirely. Unlike traditional hypercars, it doesn't sacrifice comfort for performance. It combines both. It can comfortably carry passengers without sacrificing performance capability. For seats, full performance, a rare combination. Steering feels precise, giving drivers confidence even at extreme speed conditions consistently. Every input feels direct. Every movement feels controlled. The chassis remains stable, balancing comfort and performance in perfect harmony overall. Smooth when needed, aggressive when pushed. Inside the cabin, luxury meets innovation with a futuristic 4-seat layout design. The space feels open, refined, engineered for both driver and passengers. Each seat feels premium, offering comfort without reducing performance, focus, or engagement. No compromise in experience. Advanced screens provide driver and passenger information without overwhelming simplicity of design. Clean layout. Clear information. Materials feel luxurious, combining Scandinavian minimalism with hypercar craftsmanship seamlessly. Every surface feels intentional. Every detail feels precise. Out on open roads, the Gemera transitions from calm, GT cruising to hypercar aggression instantly. At low speeds, it feels relaxed, controlled. Push the throttle, everything changes. All power sources combine into overwhelming forward motion immediately. Combustion and electric force working together seamlessly. The sound blends combustion intensity with electric precision, creating a unique experience. Not traditional, not silent, something new. Braking feels strong and controlled, ensuring confidence during high-speed driving scenarios consistently. Control remains constant, even after intense acceleration. However, this level of innovation comes with realistic considerations for ownership. Complex hybrid systems may require advanced servicing and specialized technical support globally. More technology means more complexity. Its size compared to traditional hypercars may affect tight driving dynamics slightly, but that size is what enables its versatility. Still, these trade-offs define its uniqueness rather than limit its appeal entirely, because no other hypercar offers this balance. Night driving transforms the Gemera into a glowing, futuristic GT hypercar hybrid. City lights reflect across its elongated body as it moves. Reflections highlight its design, emphasizing both luxury and performance simultaneously. It doesn't just pass by, it stands out. People react instantly, surprised by its existence as a 4-seat hypercar concept. The Koenigsegg Gemera proves hypercars don't have to sacrifice usability for performance anymore. It creates a new category entirely. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider's Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Dawn light slices through mist, revealing BMW M3. Competition crouched silently beside mountains. Camera glides forward slowly, Metallic surfaces shimmer, reflecting sky textures with cinematic realism. Aggressive fascia dominates frame headlights, piercing atmosphere like predators scanning distant movement ahead. Low tracking shots emphasize sculpted lines, tension building through deliberate cinematic motion language. Carbon details catch sunlight whispering performance, intent without unnecessary theatrical exaggeration or drama. Wheels rotate subtly, camera orbiting gracefully, highlighting stance balance and muscular road presence. Narration softens, describing heritage engineering passion intertwined with modern precision-focused aggression today. Mountain highway unfolds ahead, asphalt glowing, inviting unleashed mechanical symphony beneath rising sunlight. Engine ignites, suddenly vibration pulses outward, camera trembles capturing raw combustion, awakening energy. Exhaust notes echo dramatically across valleys, resonating deeply with emotional anticipation and curiosity. Acceleration surges violently, horizon rushes forward, scenery dissolving into speed-induced abstraction instantly. Suspension compresses gracefully, chassis remaining composed, translating power into confident forward momentum effortlessly. Steering inputs register instantly, camera-mounted perspective reveals razor-sharp directional authority mid-corner. Narration acknowledges firmness ride, reminding occupants performance always demands subtle, calculated compromise occasionally. Braking sequence unfolds violently, bodies lean forward, physics rendered tangible through cinematic deceleration forces. Interior reveal transitions smoothly, leather textures illuminated ambient light, emphasizing crafted ergonomic precision. Digital displays awaken gracefully information, flowing seamlessly, enhancing awareness without overwhelming visual distraction ever. Camera drifts across dashboard surfaces, highlighting material authenticity, stitching depth and design discipline. Driver grip tightens, anticipation, rising subtle reflections dance across polished trim elements quietly. Technology interactions appear intuitive, reinforcing connection between machine intelligence and human decision-making. Urban environment emerges suddenly, skyscrapers, reflecting bodywork creating hypnotic streams of moving light. Traffic gaps narrow, precisely vehicle responding, instantly delivering confidence amid unpredictable metropolitan motion. Narration praises versatility, merging thrilling dynamics with surprising day-to-day usability effortlessly. Nightfall descends, neon lights streak dramatically, emphasizing silhouette power and unmistakable road dominance. High-speed pass unfolds, camera panning aggressively, capturing stability despite relentless velocity escalation. Minor road imperfections transmit inside, reminding realism never disappears beneath performance ambitions entirely. Narration balances excitement, noting efficiency considerations for owners beyond spirited weekend drives occasionally. Rain-soaked pavement glistens, traction systems operate invisibly, preserving composure under challenging grip conditions. Water sprays outward tires, slicing reflections, amplifying sensory intensity through immersive motion realism. Cabin remains controlled, isolated, yet emotionally charged, reinforcing duality between comfort and aggression. Long sweeping curve approaches, horizon bends. Elegantly, camera tilts, mirroring dynamic weight transfer. Vehicle arcs, smoothly powered delivery, measured, relentless, intoxicating, yet reassuringly predictable throughout maneuvers. Narration deepens, describing emotional paradox, discipline fused seamlessly with rebellious mechanical spirit inside. Highway straight expands endlessly. Speedometer climbs relentlessly. Scenery compresses into luminous forward tunnel vision. Wind noise subtly rises, realism, grounding spectacle within authentic ownership perspective for viewers. Final ascent concludes, vehicle pauses, skyline glowing silently, presence lingering powerfully within memory. A coastal highway stretches endlessly as wind flows freely under a bright golden sunset. The sky glows warm, the ocean reflects light and soft motion. The road ahead feels open, limitless, in this moment. The Bugatti Mistral 2026 sits low, elegant, and designed for extreme open-air performance experiences. It doesn't just represent speed, it represents legacy. Its design feels refined yet aggressive, combining Bugatti heritage with modern aerodynamic efficiency. Every detail carries history and evolution. Every curve flows smoothly, managing airflow while maintaining visual elegance and performance balance. Air doesn't fight the car, it moves with it. From the front, signature Bugatti lines create an unmistakable identity instantly on the road. The iconic horseshoe grille, sharp controlled lighting, presence that is instantly recognizable. The absence of a roof changes proportions, enhancing both design and driving experience dramatically. The silhouette feels more open, more exposed, more connected to the environment. Along the sides, sculpted surfaces guide airflow while emphasizing its powerful stance clearly. The body feels alive, shaped by both wind and performance. At the rear, aerodynamic elements enhance stability, even at extremely high speeds consistently. Everything is engineered for control, even at the limits. This is where things get serious, because the engine defines everything here completely. A quadturbocharged W16 delivers immense power, marking the end of a legendary era. An engine configuration rarely seen, and never forgotten.
Yes.
Press the ignition, and the engine roars with deep, powerful intensity immediately. The sound is not just loud, it's commanding. The sound feels massive, filling the environment with unmistakable Bugatti performance character. It echoes across the coastlines, announcing its presence without hesitation. Throttle input delivers power instantly, pushing the car forward with overwhelming force. No delay, no hesitation. It's just raw acceleration. Acceleration feels relentless, building speed rapidly without hesitation or delay whatsoever. The horizon pulls closer, faster than expected. This is where it gets interesting because open-air driving changes everything completely. Wind rushes through the cabin, amplifying both speed sensation and emotional experience significantly. You don't just drive the car, you feel everything around it. Drivers feel fully connected, experiencing every element of speed and power directly. Sound, wind, motion, all combined into one experience. The chassis remains stable, maintaining control even under extreme high-speed conditions consistently. Even at speed, it feels planted. Steering feels precise, allowing confident handling at incredible speeds without compromise. Every input matters. Every movement responds. Inside the cabin, luxury meets performance with handcrafted materials and refined design elements. Every detail reflects craftsmanship, not mass production. The interior feels premium, combining comfort with a focus on driving engagement seamlessly. Luxury exists, but never distracts. Digital displays provide essential information without overwhelming the driving experience unnecessarily. Only what matters, nothing more. The seating position feels supportive, enhancing control during high-performance driving sessions consistently. Secure, balanced, focused. Out on open roads, the Mistral delivers a driving experience unlike any other hypercar. Push the throttle, and the W16 unleashes power with unstoppable intensity forward. Acceleration blends with sound and environment. The sound mixes with wind, creating a unique open-air hypercar experience entirely. An experience that cannot be replicated in closed machines. Braking feels strong and controlled, ensuring stability even after extreme acceleration bursts. Control remains constant, even under pressure. However, this level of performance comes with realistic considerations owners should understand. Open-top driving reduces aerodynamic efficiency compared to closed hypercar designs slightly. Extreme speed requires controlled environments, limiting where full performance can be experienced. Ownership involves exclusivity, high costs, and limited production availability worldwide, not accessible to most. Still, these factors define its rarity rather than limit its overall appeal entirely, because exclusivity is part of its identity. Night driving transforms the Mistral into a glowing machine under city lights effortlessly. Lights reflect across its surfaces as it moves through the city. Reflections highlight its curves, emphasizing elegance and performance simultaneously without compromise. It doesn't just move, it commands attention. People react instantly, drawn by its presence and legendary engine identity immediately. The Bugatti Mistral 2026 represents the final chapter of Bugatti's iconic W16 era completely, an ending that defines a legacy. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. A quiet city street reflects neon lights as something legendary prepares for its return. The Nissan GT-R 36 appears aggressive, modern, and unmistakably built for high-performance driving dominance. Its design evolves the GTR identity, combining sharp lines with futuristic aerodynamic elements. The front fascia looks bold, with larger intakes supporting cooling for advanced performance systems. Every detail feels purposeful, blending heritage styling with modern engineering advancements seamlessly. From the side, the silhouette remains recognizable, now refined for improved aerodynamics and stability. Lightweight materials reduce mass, improving both acceleration and handling capabilities significantly. At the rear, signature lighting and aerodynamic elements reinforce its aggressive and modern identity. This is where things get serious, because the powertrain defines this new generation completely. A hybrid system combines a powerful engine with electric motors for enhanced performance output. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a familiar yet refined aggressive tone. Electric motors add instant torque, delivering sharper acceleration right from the start immediately. Throttle input feels immediate, translating driver intent into explosive forward movement instantly. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens rapidly, pushing it into supercar territory easily. But straight-line speed isn't what defines the GTR legacy or driving experience fully. Entering corners, the car feels planted, with advanced systems enhancing grip dramatically. All-wheel drive technology ensures maximum traction, allowing confident driving in various conditions consistently. This is where it gets interesting, because control feels smarter than ever before. The hybrid system adapts instantly, optimizing performance based on driving inputs and conditions. Steering feedback feels precise, giving drivers confidence to push limits on every corner. Inside the cabin, modern technology blends with a driver-focused layout for engagement. Digital displays provide essential information while maintaining focus on driving performance consistently. Materials feel premium, combining comfort with performance-oriented design elements throughout the interior. The seating position feels balanced, offering both comfort and control during aggressive driving sessions. Out on open roads, the GTR are 36 transitions from calm cruising to aggressive acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the hybrid system delivers power with relentless intensity forward. Braking feels strong and consistent, ensuring control even under high-speed driving conditions. However, this level of advancement comes with realistic considerations drivers should understand clearly. The hybrid system adds complexity, potentially increasing maintenance and long-term ownership costs. Weight may increase slightly due to electrification, impacting traditional lightweight performance balance. Still, these compromises are necessary for achieving next-generation performance capabilities overall. Night driving transforms the GTR into a glowing machine under city lights effortlessly. Reflections highlight its aggressive design, emphasizing evolution rather than complete reinvention instantly. People react instantly, drawn by its legacy and modern performance-focused identity immediately. The GTR R36 proves evolution can preserve legacy while embracing future technology completely. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Golden sunlight reflects across an Italian road where something extraordinary waits for movement quietly. The air feels warm, the road is empty. Time seems slower in this moment. The Pagani Utopia 2026 sits elegantly, blending art with extreme performance engineering seamlessly. It doesn't appear aggressive in the traditional sense. Instead, it feels refined, intentional, almost like a moving sculpture frozen in place. Its design feels timeless, combining classic hypercar proportions with handcrafted modern detailing beautifully. Every surface reflects a philosophy, where performance and aesthetics are treated as equal priorities. Every curve looks intentional, sculpted not just for aerodynamics but also artistic expression. Nothing is random, nothing is excessive. From the front, circular headlights and smooth lines create a unique visual identity instantly. A design language that feels recognizable, yet distinct from anything else on the road. The body appears fluid, reflecting light in ways that highlight its handcrafted surfaces clearly. Each panel catches sunlight differently, revealing depth and precision in its construction. Move along the side, and the proportions reveal balance between elegance and performance capability. Low stance, long silhouette, perfectly aligned surfaces. At the rear, quad exhaust outlets and subtle aerodynamic elements define its character strongly. The rear design emphasizes symmetry and mechanical presence without overwhelming the overall form. This is where things get serious, because the engine defines its entire personality completely. A twin-turbocharged V12 delivers immense power while maintaining a raw mechanical driving feel. This isn't just about numbers, it's about emotion. Press the ignition and the engine responds with a deep, emotional tone immediately. A controlled roar fills the surroundings. The sound feels alive, building intensity as revs climb higher and stronger continuously. Each increase in RPM adds layers of mechanical character. Throttle input feels precise, translating driver intent into smooth, yet powerful acceleration instantly. Okay. There is no lag in communication between driver and machine. Only response. Acceleration feels strong, but the emotional connection matters more than pure speed numbers. This is where it gets interesting, because engagement defines the entire driving experience. Every gear shift feels mechanical, creating a direct connection between driver and machine. Each shift carries a tactile response that modern automated systems often lack. Steering feedback feels natural, allowing drivers to sense every detail of the road. Subtle vibrations, surface changes, weight transfer through corners. The chassis responds smoothly, maintaining balance and composure through corners consistently. Stability remains controlled, even under dynamic driving conditions. Inside the cabin, craftsmanship dominates, turning the interior into a piece of art. The environment feels handcrafted rather than mass-produced. Exposed metal components and intricate details reflect Pagani's dedication to handcrafted excellence clearly. Polished finishes, visible hardware, and precision assembly highlight the attention to detail. There are no excessive screens, keeping the focus entirely on driving and mechanical interaction. The design prioritizes experience over digital distraction. The seating position feels comfortable yet connected, enhancing driver engagement continuously. It places the driver in alignment with the vehicle's core structure. Materials feel luxurious, blending leather, metal, and carbon fibers seamlessly throughout. Each material serves both functional and aesthetic purposes simultaneously. Out on open roads, the Utopia delivers a driving experience that feels alive. Push the throttle, and the engine responds with a powerful and emotional surge forward. Power builds in a continuous wave rather than abrupt bursts. The sound fills the environment, creating a symphony unique to this hypercar entirely. Mechanical resonance, exhaust tone, and engine frequency all combine into a distinctive auditory experience. Braking feels strong and controlled, ensuring confidence during high-performance driving conditions. Feedback remains consistent, allowing precise deceleration and stability. However, this level of craftsmanship comes with realistic ownership considerations drivers should know. Production numbers remain extremely limited, making availability rare for most enthusiasts worldwide. Each unit is built with exclusivity in mind. Pricing reflects exclusivity, placing it among the most expensive hypercars available today, a reflection of both engineering and artistry combined. Maintenance and servicing require specialized expertise due to its handcrafted engineering complexity. Not every facility can support such a machine. Night driving transforms the Utopia into a glowing piece of art under city lights. Streetlights reflect across its body, revealing depth and curvature in motion. Reflections highlight its curves, emphasizing beauty and performance simultaneously without compromise. It stands out without trying to. People react instantly, drawn by its presence and handcrafted identity immediately. The Pagani Utopia 2026 proves analog driving still has a place in a digital world today, where technology evolves, but emotion still matters. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. A racetrack stretches endlessly under bright sunlight as something extreme waits for release. The Aston Martin Valkyrie Armor Pro sits low, designed purely for maximum track performance without compromise. Its design looks radical, shaped entirely by aerodynamic requirements rather than traditional styling preferences. Every surface channels airflow, generating massive downforce at high speeds for maximum grip levels. From the front, Deep air channels carved through the body, directing airflow efficiently underneath. The body appears sculpted like a prototype race car built for endurance competition environments. Oval along the side, and massive tunnels reveal how airflow passes through the chassis. At the rear, an enormous wing dominates, creating downforce levels rarely seen outside racing. This is where things get serious, because aerodynamics define everything about this car. The Amir Pro generates extreme downforce, allowing higher cornering speeds than most hypercars. Press the ignition, and the naturally aspirated V12 roars with a sharp, race-like tone. The engine revs incredibly high, producing a sound closer to Formula racing than road cars. Throttle input feels immediate, delivering power in a raw and aggressive manner instantly. Acceleration feels intense, but the true strength lies in its cornering capability. Entering corners, the car feels glued to the track, resisting forces effortlessly. The chassis responds instantly, maintaining stability even under extreme aerodynamic pressure consistently. This is where it gets interesting, because grip levels feel almost unreal entirely. Drivers experience forces pushing them into seats, creating a true race-level sensation. Steering feels razor-sharp, allowing precise inputs even at extremely high cornering speeds. Inside the cockpit, minimalism dominates, focusing entirely on performance and driver control systems. The seating position feels fixed, placing drivers directly into a racing environment completely. Digital displays provide essential data without distracting from driving focus and awareness. Materials emphasize lightweight construction, reinforcing the car's track-focused engineering philosophy clearly. Out on track, the Valkyrie AMR Pro delivers relentless performance without compromise whatsoever. Push the throttle, and the engine screams, while acceleration builds aggressively forward instantly. The sound fills the environment, echoing across the track with race-inspired intensity. Braking feels extremely strong, allowing late braking into corners with full confidence consistently. However, this level of performance comes with clear limitations owners must accept. The car is not road legal, restricting usage strictly to controlled track environments only. Driving requires significant skill, as its performance exceeds typical driving capabilities entirely. Ownership involves exclusivity, high costs, and limited opportunities for regular use overall. Still, these limitations define its purpose, rather than reduce its significance entirely. Night track sessions transform the AMR Pro into a glowing machine under artificial lights. Reflections highlight its aerodynamic design, emphasizing function over traditional visual appeal instantly. People react instantly, drawn by its rarity and extreme performance-focused identity immediately. The Valkyrie AMR Pro represents the closest experience to driving a race car possible. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Dawn mist parts as Mustang Mach-1 emerges, camera gliding low across tarmac silently. Sculpted hood vents inhale light, tracking shot orbiting aggressively, mountains glowing behind, patiently waiting. Every crease whispers purpose, camera drifting sideways, metallic reflections slicing through cool morning air. Blacked-out grille stares intensely, slow push inward, asphalt stretching endlessly beneath golden sunrise hues. Wide stance anchors authority, aerial sweep descending dramatically, desert horizon trembling under distant thunder echoes. Heritage collides with modernity, rotating close-up reveals badging, wind-carrying echoes of legendary circuits. Coyote V8 awakens violently, camera shudders slightly, sound waves rippling through still canyon atmosphere dramatically. Exhaust notes detonate sharply, rear tracking shot follows, dust spiraling wildly across cracked earth surfaces. Throttle inputs feel immediate, hood-mounted perspective racing forward, landscape blurring into abstract motion streaks. Shifts strike mechanically, interior cut reveals driver focus, sunlight flickering across stitched surfaces rhythmically. Cabin wraps tightly around senses, camera floating gently, ambient city lights reflecting across aluminum accents. Digital cluster pulses vividly, macro glide emphasizing animations. Night skyline breathing beyond windshield silently alive. Steering responses communicate precisely. Side-mounted pursuit shot captures suspension composure through sweeping corners effortlessly. Body control remains disciplined. Low chase angle highlights tire grip against imperfect pavement textures. Acceleration surges relentlessly. Front-mounted camera retreats rapidly. Urban tunnels stretching into luminous speed corridors. Braking confidence feels immense. Slow motion compression reveals nose dip. Reflections dancing along glossy paintwork. Corners tighten unexpectedly. Overhead drone spirals downward, capturing trajectory precision against dramatic coastal cliffs. Balance defines character here. Lateral tracking shot showing stability while horizon tilts cinematically outward. Road imperfections, challenge structure, wheel level macro shot, exposing damping control over fractured surfaces convincingly. Engine's hunger never fades. Rear three-quarter pursuit emphasizes muscular tension under relentless forward momentum. Yet firmness occasionally intrudes, interior glance revealing subtle vibrations through imperfect metropolitan streets below. Visibility compromises emerge slightly. Camera peeking past pillars, traffic lights streaking into neon abstractions. Fuel appetite remains honest. Cinematic overlay fades subtly, highway stretching toward distant illuminated constellations ahead. Still, emotional rewards dominate. Driver-focused framing, capturing micro-expressions beneath passing streetlight rhythms overhead. Machine and driver synchronize beautifully, rotating cockpit shot blending motion, sound, and tactile feedback seamlessly. High-speed stability inspires confidence. Aerial pursuit revealing unwavering trajectory across vast salt flats expansively. Exhaust symphony intensifies further, rear-centered composition emphasizing heat shimmer, sunset igniting chrome highlights brilliantly. Heritage feels tangible always. Slow, cinematic dolly across silhouette against fading crimson desert skyline. This isn't mere transportation. Camera lingering reverently. Atmosphere vibrating with mechanical identity, unapologetically alive. Mustang Mach-1 demands engagement. Front fascia close-up asserting dominance within restless nocturnal cityscapes. Minor flaws acknowledged gracefully. Contemplative pacing, allowing realism within performance. Focused narrative tension naturally balanced. It's because authenticity mattered deeply, tracking backwards slowly. Reflections stretching across rain-soaked midnight boulevards endlessly. Driver involvement defines experience. Intimate hand detail shot capturing tactile connection during spirited maneuvers vividly. Confidence builds progressively. Wide environmental framing revealing machine harmony within evolving road conditions dynamically. Adrenaline rises instinctively. Hood reflection shot mirroring stars while speed transforms darkness into flowing light. Precision meets drama constantly. Lateral pursuit accentuating proportional elegance against blurred architectural backdrops magnificently rendered. Emotion outweighs statistics here, camera pausing thoughtfully, silence punctuated by distant cooling exhaust ticks softly. Final approach feels ceremonial, low sweeping arc encircling vehicle beneath towering illuminated urban structures proudly. Mustang Mach-1 stands resolute, static hero framing emphasizing presence, light cascading across sculpted surfaces. Verdict forms naturally now, subtle push inward, underscoring balanced strengths over acknowledged compromises confidently delivered. Performance thrills undeniably. Lingering beauty shot revealing timeless proportions against awakening metropolitan dawn scenery again. Desire becomes inevitable here. Camera drifting skyward slowly, machine shrinking, yet aura expanding infinitely outward. A racetrack sits empty under bright daylight as something extreme prepares for movement. The Mercedes MG1 rests slow, engineered directly from Formula One technology for road use. Its design looks aggressive, combining aerodynamic precision with motorsport-inspired visual elements seamlessly. Every surface channels airflow efficiently. It's maximizing downforce and cooling under high-performance conditions consistently. From the front, large air intakes dominate, feeding advanced cooling systems required for performance. The body appears sculpted, designed to balance stability and speed at extreme driving limits. Move along the side, and the proportions highlight its low, race-inspired stance clearly. At the rear, a massive wing and diffuser emphasize its serious track-focused engineering intentions. This is where things get serious, because the engine defines everything about this car. A turbocharged V6 derived from Formula One combines with electric motors for hybrid performance. Press the ignition, and the engine mechanical race-inspired tone instantly. The revs climb high, delivering a sound rarely heard in road-legal vehicles today. Electric motors provide instant torque, enhancing acceleration beyond traditional combustion limits completely. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens rapidly, placing it among the fastest cars globally. But acceleration alone doesn't define what makes the AMG 1 truly special overall. Entering corners, the car feels planted, thanks to advanced aerodynamics and active suspension systems. Steering feedback feels precise, allowing drivers to confidently push limits at high speeds. This is where it gets interesting, because the experience feels like Formula One driving. Every input feels direct, creating an intense and connected driving experience without filters. Inside the cabin, the design reflects motorsport inspiration, focusing on driver engagement. The steering wheel resembles Formula One controls, packed with performance-focused functionality throughout. Digital displays provide essential data while maintaining focus on driving performance continuously. The seating position feels fixed, immersing drivers directly into the racing-inspired environment completely. Out on track, the AMG 1 transitions from controlled movement to explosive acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the hybrid system delivers relentless power with extreme intensity immediately. The sound rises sharply, combined with electric torque pushing the car forward aggressively. Braking feels strong and consistent, allowing late braking into corners with confidence maintained. However, this level of performance comes with realistic compromises drivers should consider carefully. The engine requires complex maintenance, reflecting its Formula One-derived engineering origins, clearly. Low-speed driving may feel less refined compared to traditional luxury hypercars available today. Ownership involves high costs and specialized servicing requirements beyond typical vehicles entirely. Still, these compromises fade when experiencing what this machine truly represents overall. Night driving transforms the AMG 1 into a glowing race machine under city lights. Reflections highlight its aggressive surfaces, emphasizing its track-focused design instantly. People react immediately, drawn by its rarity and Formula One-inspired identity strongly. The AMG 1 proves Formula One technology can exist beyond the racetrack environment. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Fog lifts, revealing sculpted coupe, camera drifting slowly, anticipation rising, cinematic intensity palpable. Metallic surfaces shimmer under sunrise light, reflections dancing as lenses trace athletic proportions gracefully. Low stance communicates purpose immediately. Asphalt level tracking shots amplify visual drama and attitude. Every contour channels airflow and emotion, studio-grade lighting, exaggerating tension within purposeful geometry. Front fascia appears sharper, air intakes breathing aggression, camera orbiting deliberately for emphasis. Side profile stretches elegantly, shadows carving muscle definition, motion blur, heightening perceived speed visually. Rear haunches tighten assertively, taillights glowing crimson. Dusk ambience reinforcing performance-driven identity unmistakably. Ignition sparks mechanical life, exhaust pulses resonating. Interior vibrations subtly captured through macro cinematography. Engine note climbs energetically, tachometer sweeping upward, auditory texture blending with accelerating environmental motion. Highway sequence unfolds dynamically. Rolling shots, stabilizing intensity, while scenery streaks into abstraction beautifully. Steering inputs register instantly, chassis responding faithfully. Camera transitions mirroring directional confidence precisely. Suspension compresses through corners, tire sidewalls flexing, slow motion frames, celebrating engineered harmony vividly. Cabin immersion begins quietly, door closing solidly, microphones capturing tactile authenticity and material richness. Driver-centric cockpit wraps intuitively, stitched surfaces illuminated softly. Focus pulls revealing ergonomic intentionality everywhere. Digital cluster awakens crisply, animations flowing smoothly. Reflections controlled to preserve visual legibility perfectly. Infotainment interactions feel immediate, finger movements tracked precisely. Interface transitions reinforcing technological maturity subtly. Pedal modulation appears natural. Footwell lighting accentuating movements. Rhythm syncing with rising engine cadence. Urban nightscape surrounds machine, neon highlights cascading across paint. Cinematic contrast intensifying desirability dramatically. Acceleration builds relentlessly, background dissolving, camera maintaining, proximity to communicate visceral momentum authentically throughout. Braking sequence compresses time perceptibly, nose dipping confidently, rotor textures flashing beneath strobes brilliantly. Mountain roads introduce complexity, aerial perspectives revealing choreography between terrain, vehicle, and gravity seamlessly. Weight transfer becomes visible poetry, body control preserved, horizon lines stabilizing viewer perception masterfully. Mechanical grip dominates narrative, tires whispering friction, ambient soundscape heightening sensory immersion profoundly. Balance defines character unmistakably, oversteered teased gently, camera yaw echoing playful rotational dynamics elegantly. Steering feedback reads telepathic, microcorrections highlighted, visual pacing reinforcing intimate driver-machine dialogue continuously. Ride compliance surprises subtly, imperfections absorbed gracefully, realism preserved through unfiltered road interaction faithfully. Minor limitations emerge honestly, cabin noise present. Documentary framing, acknowledging trade-offs without dramatization. Practicality remains secondary priority, rear space constrained. Composition, emphasizing uncompromised sporting philosophy deliberately. Efficiency considerations, surface briefly. Cruising sequences, softening tone while maintaining cinematic continuity effortlessly. Emotional core intensifies again. Throttle engagement, rekindling urgency. Editing cadence, accelerating viewer heartbeat instinctively. Golden hour reflections crown bodywork, cameras circling reverently. Atmosphere saturated with restrained mechanical passion unmistakably. Driver expression conveys satisfaction wordlessly. Glance is synchronized with apexes. Storytelling anchored in authenticity deeply. Machine and environment synchronized beautifully. Speed portrayed tastefully. Realism sustaining credibility and aspiration simultaneously. Evaluation resolves thoughtfully. Strengths dominating memory. Imperfections contextualized within purposeful engineering decisions rationally. Final roadside stillness contrasts motion. Cooling sounds audible. Camera retreating slowly into twilight serenity. Legacy of lightweight purity resonates powerfully, silhouette fading gracefully. Desire lingering beyond closing frame indefinitely. Dawnlight touches a wide red silhouette, waiting quietly beside an empty coastal highway today. Heat haze bends the horizon while the Ferrari 849 Testarossa rests low and impossibly wide. This machine feels familiar, yet strangely futuristic, like history returning wearing sharper modern armor. The side strakes glow under sunrise reflections, reminding everyone exactly where this legend began. Ferrari designers kept the iconic proportions, but carved everything tighter, lower, and dramatically more aggressive. From certain angles, the body almost disappears, leaving pure reflections dancing across liquid metal surfaces. Then the rear glass reveals something interesting hiding deep between those sculpted aerodynamic shoulders. A naturally aspirated V12 waits there, breathing slowly like a predator, conserving strength. When the ignition wakes, the silence instantly shatters into mechanical thunder rolling across water. That sound alone tells you Ferrari refused to abandon raw emotion chasing sterile speed numbers. The throttle response feels immediate, almost telepathic, sending vibrations directly through the driver's spine. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens around 3 seconds, pushing nearly brutal acceleration forces. Yet strangely, the power delivery remains smooth like controlled violence rather than chaotic brutality. Slide inside, and the interior mixes analog gauges with subtle digital displays glowing softly. Ferrari clearly wanted drivers focusing forward instead of drowning inside complicated futuristic distractions everywhere. Leather wraps nearly every surface while carbon fiber details quietly remind you performance matters. Grip the steering wheel and you instantly understand this car demands attention and respect. The driving position sits incredibly low, making highways feel faster than numbers actually suggest. Out on open road, the Testarossa glides smoothly until the throttle suddenly wakes chaos. Push deeper, and the V12 screams toward 8,000 RPM, echoing across empty coastal cliffs. Corners arrive quickly, yet the chassis stays balanced, refusing drama unless intentionally provoked. This thing hits different because the steering actually talks back through your fingertips constantly. However, city driving reveals a small limitation many owners will quickly notice daily. The front nose sits extremely low, meaning steep driveways require patience, careful angles, and awareness. Fuel economy obviously isn't the headline here, but nobody buys legends counting gallons anyway. What truly matters is connection, that rare feeling modern supercars sometimes accidentally engineer away. Ferrari preserved that connection here, letting drivers feel gears, vibrations, road textures honestly. At highway speeds, wind noise remains surprisingly calm, allowing the engine's soundtrack dominate everything. Nightfalls and neon reflections transform the Testarossa into something almost unreal, gliding silently. Streetlights ripple across the red paint like electricity chasing curves across living metal. People turn their heads instantly because this silhouette carries decades of automotive mythology. It's not perfect, but perfection was never the point behind machines like this. The Ferrari 849 Testarossa exists purely to make driving feel dramatic again. If you enjoyed discovering this machine, subscribe, follow Rider Zone 47 for future cinematic experiences. Tell us below whether you prefer classic Ferrari V1 to power or modern hybrid hypercars. And if curiosity brought you here from the short video, welcome to the full story. A long desert highway stretches endlessly as something extreme waits silently for acceleration. The Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute sits low, engineered purely for reaching unimaginable speeds without compromise. Its design looks smooth, eliminating drag dynamic efficiency over visual aggression completely. The body remains sleek, guiding air seamlessly. At the rear, vertical stabilizers replace traditional wings, reducing drag while maintaining directional stability. This is where things get serious, because top speed defines everything about this car. Under the rear sits a powerful twin-turbocharged V8, delivering extreme horsepower outputs effortlessly. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a deep, controlled mechanical intensity instantly. Throttle input feels smooth, yet powerful, building speed rapidly without sudden interruptions whatsoever. Acceleration begins aggressively, but the real story unfolds as speed continues increasing endlessly. Unlike other hypercars, it doesn't stop pulling, continuing acceleration at higher speeds consistently. This is where it gets interesting, because stability becomes critical at extreme velocities. Advanced aerodynamics keep the car stable, even when approaching theoretical maximum speed limits. Steering remains precise, allowing controlled input even under extreme aerodynamic pressure conditions consistently. The chassis feels composed, designed to handle forces beyond normal driving expectations entirely. Inside the cabin, minimalism dominates, focusing entirely on performance and driver control systems. Digital displays provide key information while avoiding distractions during high-speed driving conditions. The seating position feels low and centered, immersing drivers into the driving experience completely. Materials emphasize lightweight construction, reinforcing the car's top-speed focused design philosophy clearly. Out on open highways, the Jesko Absolute builds speed in a relentless and controlled manner. Push the throttle, and acceleration continues far beyond what feels physically comfortable initially. The engine's sound evolves, becoming more intense as speed increases dramatically over time. Braking systems remain powerful, designed to handle extreme speeds safely and consistently always. However, this level of performance comes with realistic limitations. Drivers must understand clearly. Real-world top speed runs require ideal conditions, including long roads and controlled environments. This car is not designed for daily usability or typical road driving experiences. Ownership involves exclusivity, high costs, and limited opportunities to fully use its capabilities. Still, these limitations define its purpose rather than reduce its overall significance entirely. Night driving transforms the Jesko into a glowing missile under city lights effortlessly. Reflections glide across its body, emphasizing speed even while standing still completely. People react instantly, drawn by its rarity and extreme performance, focused identity immediately. The Jesko Absolute represents humanity's pursuit of ultimate speed without compromise whatsoever. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Early morning fog settles over a winding mountain road, where something intense waits silently. The Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS sits low, aggressive, and completely focused on driving performance. Its design looks sharp, with aerodynamic elements clearly inspired by Porsche's motorsport heritage. Large air intakes dominate the front, directing airflow efficiently into cooling systems continuously. From the side, the lightweight construction becomes visually evident through minimalistic design details. Air vents near the rear emphasize performance, feeding the mid-mounted engine with fresh air. The rear wing stands tall, signaling serious aerodynamic intent for high-speed stability on track. Every design choice feels purposeful, eliminating unnecessary weight while enhancing performance capabilities. This is where things get serious, because the engine defines everything about this car. Behind the driver sits a naturally aspirated flat-six engine derived from Porsche's racing programs. Press the ignition, and the engine screams to life with an incredibly sharp tone. The sound is raw, loud, and instantly reminds you this is not a normal Porsche. Throttle input feels immediate, delivering rapid acceleration with high revving intensity instantly. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens quickly, but the experience goes far beyond. The engine revs extremely high, creating a thrilling sound that fills the entire cabin. Entering corners, the car feels incredibly balanced, responding instantly to steering inputs precisely. The chassis communicates clearly, giving drivers confidence to push limits on every corner. This is where it gets interesting, because the connection feels completely unfiltered. You feel everything: road texture, grip levels, and weight transfer through every movement. Inside the cabin, minimalism dominates, focusing entirely on driving performance and driver engagement. Carbon fiber surfaces and lightweight materials emphasize the car's track-focused philosophy clearly. The seating position feels low and fixed, placing drivers directly into the driving experience. Digital displays remain simple, providing essential data without distracting from driving focus. Out on open roads, the GT4 RS feels intense even at moderate speeds. Push the throttle, and the engine screams louder as revs climb rapidly upward. The sound enters the cabin directly, creating a unique and immersive driving experience. Braking feels precise and strong, allowing late braking into corners with confidence consistently. However, this level of performance comes with realistic compromises drivers must accept. Ride quality feels stiff, especially on rough or uneven roads outside track environments. Cabin noise remains extremely loud, which may not distance comfortable driving needs. Storage space and practicality remain limited, reflecting its focus on performance over usability. Still, these compromises disappear when experiencing the car at its intended limits. Night driving transforms the GT4 RS into a glowing machine under streetlights effortlessly. Reflections highlight its aggressive design, emphasizing speed and performance instantly. People don't just notice, they turn, drawn by its sound and presence immediately. The GT4 RS proves Porsche still prioritizes driving purity over unnecessary luxury features. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Blazing desert heat surrounds a long highway where something extreme waits silently for movement. The Hennessy Venom F5 sits low, sculpted for one purpose: extreme high-speed domination. Its design looks aggressive yet clean, optimized entirely for aerodynamics and stability at speed. Every curve channels airflow, reducing drag while maximizing efficiency at unimaginable velocity levels. The front appears minimal, cutting through air with razor-sharp precision under extreme conditions. Side profiles stretch smoothly, emphasizing the car's focus on top-speed performance engineering. The rear features aerodynamic elements carefully designed to maintain control beyond 300 miles per hour. This is where things become serious, because the engine is absolutely insane. Behind the driver sits a twin-turbocharged V8, producing over 1,800 horsepower. Press the ignition, and the engine erupts with raw, aggressive mechanical energy instantly. This sound isn't refined, it's violent, reminding you of the power beneath your control. Throttle input unleashes acceleration so intense, it feels almost physically overwhelming immediately. 0 to 60 happens in seconds, but the true story lies far beyond. Acceleration continues relentlessly, pushing towards speeds most cars will never even approach realistically. At these velocities, aerodynamics become critical, shaping how the car interacts with air. The Venom F5 remains stable, engineered to power alone. Steering remains precise, allowing drivers to maintain confidence, even under intense acceleration. Inside the cabin, the design remains minimal, focused entirely on performance and driver engagement. Carbon fiber dominates surfaces, reducing weight while maintaining structural strength under extreme stress. Digital displays provide essential data with the seating position feels low, placing drivers at the center of this high-speed machine. Out on open roads, the Venom F5 transforms instantly when throttle meets full power. The engine roars louder, and acceleration becomes almost difficult to comprehend fully. Braking from high speeds demands immense precision, with systems designed for extreme conditions. However, this hypercar is not built for comfort or daily usability whatsoever. Ride quality feels firm, reminding drivers this machine exists purely for performance. Fuel consumption rises dramatically, reflecting the insane power output under aggressive driving conditions. Still, efficiency was never the goal behind such an extreme engineering project. Night driving transforms the F5 into a glowing missile slicing through darkness effortlessly. Reflections shimmer across its body as it disappears into the horizon rapidly. People react instantly, recognizing this as something built beyond normal automotive limits. The Venom F5 represents America pushing into territory few manufacturers dare to explore. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Would you chase 300 miles per hour if given the chance? Stay tuned for more cinematic machines built to challenge speed and human limits. Golden sunlight stretches across a winding road where something precise waits silently for movement. The McLaren 750S sits low, sculpted and engineered for ultimate driving performance without compromise. Its design feels purposeful, focused on aerodynamics rather than unnecessary visual aggression entirely. Every curve and vent directs airflow efficiently, improving stability and cooling under high speeds. From the front, the headlights integrate seamlessly into aerodynamic channels, feeding the cooling systems. The body appears smooth yet functional, emphasizing performance over dramatic styling elements. Move along the side, and the lightweight philosophy becomes visually clear and intentional. The rear features an active wing, adjusting dynamically to maintain balance and aerodynamic efficiency. This is where things get serious, because weight reduction defines everything about this car. The 750S is lighter than its predecessor, improving performance in every measurable way. Behind the driver sits a twin-turbocharged V8 delivering immense power with refined precision. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a sharp, focused mechanical tone instantly. Throttle input feels immediate, translating driver intent into acceleration without hesitation whatsoever. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens rapidly, placing it among elite supercars globally. But straight-line speed isn't what truly defines the 750S driving experience overall. Entering corners, the car feels incredibly light, responding instantly to steering inputs precisely. The chassis communicates clearly, giving drivers confidence to push harder through every curve encountered. This is where it gets interesting, because the car feels almost telepathic in response. It reacts instantly, making driving feel natural rather than forced or mechanical at all. Inside the cabin, minimalism dominates, focusing attention entirely on driving performance and control. Digital displays provide essential information without overwhelming the driver with unnecessary complexity. Materials feel premium, yet lightweight, reinforcing the car's performance-focused design philosophy clearly. The seating position feels low, placing drivers direction completely. Out on open roads, the 750S smoothly before unleashing aggressive acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the V8 delivers relentless power with a controlled and refined tone. The sound remains sharp, but not overwhelming, balancing performance with driving comfort effectively. Braking feels precise, allowing late braking into corners with confidence and stability maintained. However, this level of performance comes with realistic compromises drivers should understand clearly. Ride quality feels firm, especially on uneven roads outside performance-focused driving environments. Storage and practicality remain limited, reflecting its focus on performance over everyday usability. Still, these compromises fade quickly when experiencing the precision this car delivers overall. Night driving transforms the 7.5 OS into a glowing silhouette under city lights effortlessly. Reflections glide across its body, emphasizing speed even while the car stands still. People notice instantly, drawn by its understated yet aggressive performance presence immediately. The 7.5 OS proves McLaren continues prioritizing driving feel over unnecessary luxury features today. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47. Like the video and comment your thoughts below. The silence of the road feels different under bright daylight. Almost a calm, no engine noise, no movement, just stillness that feels unnatural inside a futuristic showroom. A low, sculpted hypercar stands still, finished in a deep metallic emerald green that gives it a clean, premium look. Light reflects softly across its surface, revealing every curve with precision. And this is the Lotus Evija. It doesn't need motion to feel fast. It already looks like it's moving. Front view, ultra-slim LED lights, sharp aerodynamic cuts, aggressive yet elegant design. The headlights slice through the design with precision. Air intake's guide flows seamlessly across the body. It looks futuristic, perfectly controlled. Nothing feels excessive. Everything feels intentional. Side profile, flowing curves, lightweight structure, dramatic air tunnels through the body. The signature tunnels carve through the car, allowing air to pass directly through, reducing drag, improving efficiency. Every line is engineered for precision airflow. The stance remains low, grounded, balanced between beauty and function. Rear angle, signature hollow aero design, sleek LED tail lights, extreme engineering on display. The open airflow channels dominate the rear design, creating a visual that feels both minimal and incredibly complex. Simple, but incredibly advanced. Step inside, minimal. Driver-focused cockpit. The cabin is clean, focused, no distractions. Digital interface, premium lightweight materials, everything built around control and clarity. Displays provide only what's necessary. The steering feels purposeful. Every element supports the driver, not overwhelms them. Now the power for electric motors delivering instant torque, each wheel controlled independently. Every movement calculated in real time. No gears, no delay. Just continuous, seamless acceleration. Press the throttle, and everything changes instantly. It launches forward so fast, it feels unreal, yet completely stable. No drama, no loss of control, just pure controlled force. Out on the road, full daylight run, the Evija moves, silent, smooth, and suddenly explosive. It blends into the road, then breaks away from it. Front rolling shot, gliding forward with precision. The car cuts through the air effortlessly. Side tracking shot, effortless speed and motion. The background begins to blur, but the car remains perfectly composed. The top angle, aerodynamic flow, perfectly balanced. Air moves across the surface exactly as designed, nothing wasted. Rear chase view, power delivered clean and controlled. Acceleration continues without interruption. No shifting, no hesitation, no engine roar, no vibration, just instant movement. The silence makes the speed feel even more intense. Almost unreal. This isn't just power, it's engineering simplicity at an extreme level. Everything reduced to its most efficient form. And that's what makes it completely different. The Lotus Evija doesn't try to imitate the past. It defines something new. If this short stopped your scroll, go to Rider Zone 47 and watch the full cinematic experience. The long video reveals performance, design, and real driving feel. Subscribe, like, and comment. And And stay tuned for more futuristic machines. Dusk settles over an empty highway where silence hides something unbelievably fast waiting. The Tesla Roadster 2026 sits low, futuristic, and engineered for extreme electric performance dominance. Its design looks clean, minimal, yet aggressively aerodynamic for high-speed efficiency and stability. Every curve flows seamlessly, reducing drag while maintaining a striking modern hypercar presence. From the front, sharp LED lighting creates a focused and futuristic visual identity instantly. The body remains smooth, emphasizing airflow efficiency rather than aggressive mechanical design elements. Move along the side, and the low stance highlights its performance-focused proportions clearly. At the rear, subtle aerodynamic elements enhance stability without compromising the clean design philosophy. This is where things get serious, because there is no traditional engine involved. Instead, multiple electric motors deliver instant torque, redefining acceleration completely for drivers. Press the accelerator, and the car launches forward without delay or mechanical hesitation whatsoever. There is no gear shifting, no build-up, just immediate force pushing the car forward. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens almost instantly, faster than most hypercars available. Acceleration continues aggressively, pushing toward extreme top speeds with surprising stability maintained. But numbers don't fully capture how different this experience feels behind the wheel. This is where it gets interesting, because silence becomes part of the performance experience. Without engine noise, drivers focus entirely on speed, movement, and road interaction dynamics. Steering remains precise, allowing confident control even under intense acceleration conditions consistently. Inside the cabin, minimalism dominates, reflecting Tesla's futuristic approach to automotive design philosophy. Large digital displays provide essential data, replacing traditional controls with advanced interfaces entirely. The seating position feels comfortable, supporting both performance driving and long-distance cruising needs. Materials feel modern, emphasizing technology over traditional luxury craftsmanship approaches commonly seen. Out on open highways, the Roadster glides quietly before unleashing extreme acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the car surges forward with overwhelming electric power delivery immediately. The absence of noise makes the speed feel almost surreal and difficult to comprehend. Braking feels strong and controlled, maintaining stability even after intense acceleration bursts. However, this level of innovation comes with realistic considerations drivers must understand. Charging infrastructure and range management remain important factors for long-distance driving practicality. The driving experience may feel less emotional compared to traditional combustion engine supercars. Still, these differences represent the future rather than limitations of electric performance vehicles. Night driving transforms the Roadster into a glowing machine under city lights effortlessly. Reflections glide across its surface, emphasizing its futuristic and minimalistic design instantly. People react differently, surprised by its silent speed and unexpected performance capabilities. The Roadster proves electric vehicles can dominate performance without relying on combustion engines. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Golden sunlight stretches across an empty highway where something rare waits quietly for movement. The Koenigsegg CC850 sits elegantly, blending classic design with futuristic engineering precision perfectly. At first glance, it resembles a timeless supercar rather than a modern hypercar creation. Smooth curves flow effortlessly, inspired by Koenigsegg's earliest designs yet refined for today. There are no excessive wings or aggressive aero elements dominating the visual experience. Instead, the body feels clean, balanced, and almost deceptively simple in appearance. But simplicity here hides one of the most advanced drivetrains ever engineered. Beneath the rear glass sits a powerful twin-turbo V8 waiting to be unleashed. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a deep, controlled, yet aggressive tone. This isn't just about power, it's about how that driver. The CC850 introduces something almost unheard of in modern hypercars today. A transmission system that feels like a traditional manual while remaining technologically advanced. Yes, you can shift yourself, experiencing a level of control rarely seen today. Yet behind that mechanical feel lies Koenigsegg's intelligent, multi-clutch transmission engineering system. Throttle response feels instant, translating every input into immediate acceleration without hesitation whatsoever. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens incredibly fast, rivaling the fastest hypercars available. But numbers don't define this car, because the experience goes far deeper. Shifting through gears feels engaging, creating a connection between driver and machine rarely found. This is as the car adapts to your driving style. It can behave like a manual, or transform into a seamless automatic when needed. Inside the cabin, luxury meets minimalism in a way that feels both modern and timeless. Leather, metal, and precision craftsmanship surround the driver without overwhelming unnecessary digital distractions. The seating position feels natural, giving confidence whether cruising or pushing performance limits hard. Out on open roads, the CC850 glides smoothly before unleashing serious acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the V8 delivers relentless power accompanied by a thrilling engine note. Cornering feels balanced, with precise steering allowing confident control through every curve encountered. The chassis responds predictably, rewarding drivers who push boundaries while maintaining composure consistently. However, owning such a hypercar comes with realistic compromises many will notice. Limited production means accessibility is extremely rare, making ownership nearly impossible for most enthusiasts. Maintenance and cost also reflect its exclusivity, demanding serious commitment from owners. Still, those factors don't matter when experiencing what this machine truly offers drivers. Night driving transforms the CC850 into a glowing masterpiece under city lights effortlessly. Reflections glide across its curves, emphasizing elegance rather than aggressive performance styling choices. People notice instantly, drawn by its rarity and unique design philosophy immediately. The CC850 proves hypercars can still focus on driver connection instead of pure automation. If you came from the short video, now you understand its true purpose. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Morning heat shimmers above the racetrack as something extreme waits silently at pit exit. The Bugatti Bolide sits impossibly low, looking more like a prototype from another world. Its body is sculpted entirely for aerodynamics, sacrificing comfort for pure performance efficiency. Every surface channels air aggressively, maximizing downforce while minimizing resistance at extreme speeds. From the front, the Bolide appears razor-sharp, designed to slice through atmosphere effortlessly. Massive air intakes dominate the body, feeding cooling systems under brutal racing conditions continuously. Move along the side and the proportions feel unreal, almost like a low man's prototype. The rear features an enormous wing, generating insane levels of downforce at high velocity. This is where things get serious, because the engine is beyond anything expected. Bugatti's legendary Quadturbo W16 engine sits behind the driver, producing unbelievable horsepower figures. When the ignition fires, the sound is violent, raw, and completely overwhelming instantly. This is not refined luxury. This is mechanical chaos controlled by engineering precision. Throttle input unleashes power instantly, launching the Bolide forward with terrifying acceleration. 0 to 60 happens in seconds, but the real story begins beyond that point. As speed builds, aerodynamic forces push the car deeper into the track surface. Cornering at high speed feels almost unreal, as grip levels exceed normal human expectations. The chassis responds instantly, translating driver inputs into precise, controlled movement across corners. Inside the cockpit, minimalism dominates, focused purely on racing functionality and driver survival. A single seat, racing harness, and essential controls define this stripped-down hypercar interior. There is no luxury here, only purpose, speed, and relentless focus on performance. The steering wheel acts like a command center, controlling systems critical for track performance. At high RPM, the W16 produces a sound that feels more like an explosion sustained continuously. Braking requires immense force, with carbon systems delivering instant deceleration under extreme conditions. This machine is not forgiving, demanding full concentration and respect from anyone behind the wheel. Even professional drivers approach the Bolide with caution, aware of its incredible potential. There are no compromises here, because compromise would weaken its extreme purpose entirely. However, usability outside a racetrack is essentially non-existent for this hypercar machine. This is not a daily driver, not even remotely close to practical transportation. But practicality was never the goal behind the creation of this extreme vehicle. Night racing transforms the bolide into a glowing projectile under track floodlights. Reflections ripple across its body as it cuts through darkness at unbelievable speed. Spectators don't just watch, they react to the sound and presence instantly. The bolide represents Bugatti pushing engineering beyond traditional limits of performance. You came from the short video, now you understand the full intensity. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Would you dare to drive something this extreme on a real racetrack? Stay tuned for more cinematic machines built to challenge reality itself. At sunrise, the BMW M2 waits silently beneath industrial city overpass shadows. The camera circles low as squared fenders flex under metallic paint reflections. Wide kidney grills inhale cool morning air, shimmering against concrete skyline. Quad exhaust tips glint sharply, while subtle vibrations ripple nearby puddles. Carbon roof panel catches golden light as camera tilts dramatically. Massive rear haunches tense visibly, promising rear-wheel mischief ahead. Twin-turbo inline-six ignites violently, echoing across empty warehouse district streets. Rev needles climb eagerly as exhaust crackles against brick facades. Clutch engages deliberately, manual shifter sliding confidently into first gear. Acceleration surges past 60 mph, city lights streaking into blurs. Rear tires bite asphalt hard, stability control flickering under throttle. Steering feels immediate, transmitting road texture through thick leather wheel. Adaptive suspension stiffens subtly, while chassis settles through sweeping ramps. Speed builds beyond 100 km/h, skyline shrinking behind rapidly. Inside, sport seats grip firmly as ambient lighting glows softly. Curved digital display wraps driver, graphics sharp beneath daylight glare. Head-up display projects MPH and KMH across windshield clearly. Drive responds quickly, navigation mapping miles and kilometers seamlessly. Cabin materials blend carbon fiber with brushed aluminum textures. Wind noise increases slightly above 120 mph on open interstate. Yet stability remains planted, confidence growing with every throttle input. On mountain roads, rear end rotates playfully through tight switchbacks. Limited slip differential distributes torque aggressively exiting narrow canyon corners. Brake pedal feels progressive, shedding speed before hairpins confidently. Exhaust note deepens dramatically during downshifts beneath rocky cliffs. Ride quality stays firm, communicating pavement imperfections honestly. Fuel economy remains reasonable considering spirited turbocharged performance output. Back seats provide limited space for occasional passengers. Trunk capacity handles weekend luggage for quick highway escapes. Traffic assistance systems operate subtly during dense urban congestion. However, thick pillars slightly reduce outward rear visibility. Manual gearbox demands skill, rewarding precision over casual driving. On racetrack asphalt, lap times drop consistently with balanced poise. Traction control relaxed allows controlled slides across heated corners. Engine pulls strongly toward redline, never feeling breathless. Cooling systems manage heat effectively during repeated hard laps. Now sunset reflects vividly across sculpted panels parked trackside. Brake rotors tick quietly while evening air cools components. The M2 stands compact, yet undeniably muscular against fading horizon. This machine balances daily comfort with genuine motorsport aggression. It may ride firm, yet rewards commitment beyond expectation. Under neon city lights, the coupe waits unapologetically rear-driven. Dawn breaks across an endless highway where something powerful waits quietly under rising sunlight. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport rests low and stretched, built purely for extreme velocity. Its elongated body immediately signals purpose, engineered for stability beyond 400 km/h. Every curve flows seamlessly, reducing drag while maintaining the iconic Bugatti design language perfectly. From the front, the horseshoe grille remains dominant, a signature carried through generations proudly. Air channels guide airflow efficiently across the body, optimizing cooling and aerodynamic balance simultaneously. Move toward the rear, and the extended tail enhances stability at extreme top speeds. This isn't just design, it's physics carefully engineered into every visible surface detail. Behind the driver sits Bugatti's legendary quad-turbocharged W16 engine, delivering immense power continuously. Press the ignition and the engine awakens with a deep, controlled mechanical presence instantly. Unlike aggressive hypercars, this sound feels refined, almost restrained despite immense underlying power. Throttle input produces smooth acceleration, building speed in a way that feels almost unreal. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens quickly, but this car lives beyond that number. Acceleration continues relentlessly, pushing far beyond 200 miles per hour effortlessly. At these speeds, stability becomes critical, and the Supersport delivers unmatched composure. The steering remains calm, providing confidence even as the landscape blurs rapidly around. This is where things get interesting, because the car feels stable, not chaotic. Inside the cabin, luxury dominates, blending performance with comfort in a unique hypercar experience. Premium leather surrounds the interior, complemented by polished metal and precision craftsmanship throughout. The seating position remains comfortable, allowing long-distance high-speed driving without fatigue building. Digital displays remain minimal, keeping focus on driving rather than overwhelming technology interfaces. Out on open highways, the Supersport glides effortlessly before unleashing extreme acceleration. The transition from calm cruising to full power feels seamless, almost like controlled energy release. Braking from high speeds feels stable, with immense stopping power maintaining driver confidence consistently. However, practicality remains limited, as expected from a hypercar designed for extreme performance. Fuel consumption rises significantly during aggressive driving, reflecting the immense power output. Still, efficiency was never the priority behind a machine built for ultimate speed. Night driving transforms the Supersport into a glowing silhouette slicing through darkness effortlessly. Streetlights reflect across its elongated body, emphasizing speed even while standing still. The car commands attention without needing aggressive noise or exaggerated design features. People recognize instantly this is something rare, something engineered beyond normal automotive boundaries. The Supersport proves Bugatti still defines what high-speed performance truly means today. If you discovered this through the short video, welcome to the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Would you choose top speed dominance or track performance in a hypercar like this? Stay tuned for more cinematic machines that redefine speed, luxury, and engineering excellence. Golden sunlight reflects across a winding road where something aggressive waits quietly for motion. The Toyota GR Supra GRMN sits low, sharp, and clearly built for serious driving performance. Its design looks familiar, yet more aggressive, with subtle changes enhancing track-focused aerodynamics noticeably. The front fascia appears sharper, with larger intakes, feeding cooling systems efficiently under pressure. Every detail feels refined, removing excess weight while improving airflow and stability overall. From the side, the coupe silhouette remains iconic, now paired with a more purposeful stance. Lightweight components reduce mass, improving acceleration, handling, and overall driving responsiveness significantly. At the rear, aerodynamic elements provide additional downforce, enhancing stability during high-speed cornering. This is where things get serious, because performance upgrades define this GRMN version completely. Under the hood, an upgraded turbocharged engine delivers increased power and sharper throttle response instantly. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a deeper, more aggressive tone immediately. Throttle input feels sharper, translating driver intent into immediate acceleration without hesitation whatsoever. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens quickly, but the focus lies beyond straight-line speed. Acceleration feels stronger, but handling improvements truly transform the overall driving experience entirely. Entering corners, the car feels planted, with improved suspension enhancing grip dramatically. Steering feedback feels precise, allowing confident control through every curve at higher speeds. This is where it gets interesting, because the car feels more connected than before. Every input translates directly, creating a driving experience that feels raw and engaging. Chassis responds instantly, rewarding drivers who push limits with predictable and balanced behavior. Inside the cabin, subtle upgrades enhance the driver-focused environment without unnecessary distractions added. Lightweight materials replace heavier components, reinforcing the car's performance-oriented philosophy clearly. The seating position feels low, placing drivers directly into the center of driving action. Controls remain simple, focusing attention entirely on driving rather than complex technology systems. Out on open roads, the GRMN feels sharper, responding instantly to every throttle input. Push the throttle, and the engine delivers strong power with a refined yet aggressive tone. The sound feels deeper, emphasizing performance upgrades without becoming overly artificial or exaggerated. Braking feels precise and controlled, allowing late braking into corners with confidence maintained. However, this level of performance comes with realistic compromises drivers should consider carefully. Ride quality feels firmer, especially on uneven roads outside controlled performance environments. Limited production means availability remains extremely rare, making ownership difficult for most enthusiasts. Pricing may also increase significantly compared to standard supermodels on the market. Still, these compromises fade when experiencing the performance this machine truly delivers. Night driving transforms the GRMN into a glowing silhouette under city lights effortlessly. Reflections highlight its aggressive stance, emphasizing performance even while standing still. People notice instantly, drawn by its reputation and unique performance, focused identity immediately. The GRMN proves the Supra can evolve while staying true to its performance roots. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Morning mist drifts across a mountain highway where something low waits silently beside curves. The Maserati MC Pura sits there glowing softly under sunrise reflections like restrained Italian aggression. At first glance, it resembles the MC20, yet every line appears sharpened, refined, and more focused. Maserati designers clearly chased purity rather than complexity, creating something both futuristic and familiar. The body flows like liquid metal, stretching low and wide across asphalt, ready for speed. Subtle carbon fiber accents whisper performance, rather than screaming for unnecessary attention everywhere. From the rear glass, you glimpse the heart of this machine quietly waiting to explode. Maserati's Nettuno twin-turbo V6 sits perfectly balanced behind the driver, ready for violence. Press the start button, and the engine erupts with a sharp metallic growl instantly. That sound alone reminds you Maserati still believes emotion matters more than digital silence. Light throttle movements produce instant response, sending vibrations through steering wheel and seat. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens around 3 seconds, with ruthless precision. Yet somehow, the power delivery feels refined, almost elegant, instead of brutally overwhelming. Slide inside, and the cockpit instantly surrounds you with focused driver-centric architecture. Minimal screens appear only where necessary, allowing the road to remain the real display. Alcantara, leather, and carbon fiber create an atmosphere closer to a race car. The seating position drops extremely low, making every highway feel like a racetrack. Visibility forward feels excellent, though the rear view remains predictably limited slightly. Out on open roads, the MC Pure glides smoothly until throttle pressure changes everything. Push deeper, and the twin turbos unleash relentless acceleration, echoing through canyon walls. Corner entry feels razor sharp as the chassis rotates with impressive balance. This is where things get interesting because the steering communicates real road texture. Many modern supercars filter sensations, but this Maserati delivers them honestly through your fingertips. However, daily driving reveals a small compromise, hiding beneath the supercar excitement. The suspension remains firm, meaning rough city streets remind you constantly of performance priorities. Still, the reward appears the moment roads open and curves begin unfolding endlessly ahead. The MC Pura flows through corners like precision machinery designed for controlled adrenaline. At highway speed, stability feels planted, giving confidence even beyond 100 miles per hour. Night driving transforms the car completely, as reflections slide across deep, sculpted body panels. Passing city lights turn the Maserati into a moving piece of Italian design sculpture. People notice instantly because Maserati carries a heritage impossible to ignore. Yet this car feels modern enough to compete with today's fastest machines confidently. It isn't perfect, but perfection rarely creates personality inside performance cars anyway. The MC Pura exists to deliver emotion in a world rapidly becoming quiet and electric. If you discovered this machine through the short video, welcome to the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your favorite Italian supercar. Sunlight reflects across a modern skyline as something unexpected approaches with quiet confidence. The Ferrari Purosang moves forward, blending elegance with unmistakable performance-focused Ferrari design language. At first glance, it resembles a luxury SUV, but something feels distinctly more aggressive. The proportions sit lower than typical SUVs, giving it a sportier and more dynamic stance. From the front, slim headlights and wide grille create a sharp and commanding presence. Air intakes guide airflow efficiently, supporting both cooling and aerodynamic performance simultaneously. Move along the sides and the sculpted lines emphasize motion even while standing still. The rear design remains clean yet powerful, reinforcing its identity as a performance vehicle. This is where things get interesting, because the engine changes everything completely. Under the hood sits a naturally aspirated V12, delivering power without relying on turbochargers. Press the ignition and the engine roars to life with unmistakable Ferrari character instantly. The sound is raw, emotional, completely different from typical luxury SUVs on the road. Throttle input feels immediate, launching the vehicle forward with surprising aggression instantly. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens quickly, rivaling many high-performance sports cars today. But straight-line speed isn't the only story behind the Purosang's performance capabilities. Entering corners, the vehicle feels composed, thanks to advanced suspension and chassis engineering systems. Steering remains precise, providing confidence even when pushing beyond typical SUV limits. This is where it gets interesting because it doesn't feel like an SUV. Instead, it behaves more like a performance coupe with added practicality and space. Inside the cabin, luxury becomes immediately apparent, blending comfort with advanced design seamlessly. Premium materials surround every surface, creating an environment that feels both refined and modern. The seating layout offers space for passengers while maintaining a driver-focused interior design. Rear hinge doors add uniqueness, making entry and exit feel different from traditional SUVs. Technology remains present but not overwhelming, keeping focus on driving and passenger comfort. Out on open highways, the Purosang cruises smoothly before unleashing serious acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the V12 delivers power with a smooth yet aggressive response. The sound fills the cabin, reminding you this is still a true Ferrari experience. Braking feels strong and controlled, ensuring safety even under high-speed driving conditions. However, this level of performance comes with realistic compromises owners should consider carefully. Fuel consumption remains high, reflecting the nature of a powerful, naturally aspirated V12 engine. Pricing also places it firmly in the ultra-luxury segment, limiting accessibility significantly. Still, these compromises fade when experiencing what the Purosang truly delivers overall. Night driving transforms the vehicle into a glowing presence under city lights effortlessly. Reflections highlight its curves, emphasizing elegance rather than aggressive hypercar styling choices. People notice instantly, drawn by its uniqueness and unexpected Ferrari SUV identity immediately. The Purosang proves Ferrari can expand without losing its core performance philosophy entirely. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Neon lights reflect across wet asphalt as something aggressive waits silently in the shadows. The Lamborghini Revuelto sits low, sharp, and unapologetically designed for pure performance dominance. Its design looks extreme. It's combining futuristic angles with Lamborghini's unmistakable aggressive styling language perfectly. Every edge appears intentional, guiding airflow while creating an intimidating visual presence instantly. From the front, sharp LED lighting gives the car a predatory, almost mechanical expression. Air intakes carve into the body, feeding cooling systems under high-performance driving conditions continuously. Move along the side, and the sculpted lines emphasize speed, even while standing still. The rear reveals an exposed exhaust system, highlighting raw performance and engineering confidence boldly. This is where things get serious, because the engine defines everything about this machine. A naturally aspirated V12 works alongside electric motors, creating a powerful hybrid system. Press the ignition, and the V12 roars alive, echoing through the surrounding environment instantly. Electric motors add immediate torque, transforming acceleration into something brutally fast and responsive. Throttle input feels explosive, launching the car forward with relentless and aggressive energy instantly. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in seconds, rivaling top-tier hypercars worldwide. But acceleration alone doesn't define what makes the Ravelto truly special overall. Entering corners, the car feels planted, with advanced aerodynamics increasing grip dramatically. Steering feedback feels sharp, giving drivers confidence when pushing limits at high speeds. This is where it gets interesting, because hybrid technology enhances rather than replaces emotion. Power delivery remains smooth, blending electric precision with the raw V12 character seamlessly. Inside the cabin, the driver-focused cockpit emphasizes control, aggression, and futuristic design language. Digital displays provide essential information, while maintaining focus on driving performance consistently. Materials combine luxury with motorsport inspiration, creating an environment both premium and purposeful. The seating position feels low, immersing drivers directly into the driving experience completely. Out on open roads, the Revuelto transitions from calm cruising to aggressive acceleration instantly. Push the throttle, and the V12 screams while electric torque pushes the car forward violently. The sound is raw, emotional, reminding drivers why Lamborghini continues building V12 engines today. Braking feels strong and consistent, allowing late braking into corners with confidence and control. However, this level of performance comes with realistic compromises owners should consider carefully. Fuel consumption remains high despite hybrid assistance, reflecting the powerful V12 engine characteristics. Ride quality feels firm, especially on rough roads outside controlled environments or racetracks. Still, these compromises fade quickly when experiencing the full capability this machine delivers. Night driving transforms the Ravuelto into a glowing weapon under city lights effortlessly. Reflections highlight every sharp angle, emphasizing its aggressive and futuristic design instantly. People don't just notice, they react to its sound, presence, and unmistakable identity immediately. The Revuelto proves Lamborghini refuses to abandon emotion in the age of electrification. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47. Like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Sunlight reflects across a coastal highway, where something rare prepares for motion quietly. The Mazda RX-9 appears sleek, balanced, and built for pure driving enjoyment. Its design feels fluid, combining modern styling with subtle inspiration from classic RX models. The front fascia looks sharp, with clean lines enhancing aerodynamic efficiency naturally. Every curve flows smoothly, emphasizing balance rather than aggressive or exaggerated styling elements. From the side, the proportions highlight its lightweight structure and performance-focused design clearly. The low stance reinforces its connection to the road, promising engaging driving dynamics ahead. At the rear, minimalistic design elements maintain a clean yet purposeful sports car identity. This is where things get serious, because the engine defines everything about this car. Under the hood sits a rotary engine, delivering a unique and high-revving performance experience. Press the ignition, and the engine responds with a smooth, distinctive rotary sound instantly. The revs climb effortlessly, creating a sound unlike traditional piston engines entirely. Throttle input feels linear, delivering power smoothly without sudden spikes or interruptions. Acceleration feels balanced, focusing on driving experience rather than extreme straight-line speed. But numbers alone cannot define what makes the RX-9 truly special overall. Entering corners, the car feels light, responsive, and incredibly easy to control precisely. The chassis communicates clearly, giving drivers confidence to explore handling limits safely. This is where it gets interesting, because balance becomes the defining characteristic completely. Weight distribution feels perfect, allowing smooth transitions between corners without hesitation. Steering feels natural, offering feedback that connects drivers directly to the road. Inside the cabin, simplicity dominates, focusing entirely on driving engagement and comfort balance. Materials feel refined, blending modern quality with lightweight construction techniques effectively. The seating position feels low, immersing drivers directly into the driving experience completely. Controls remain intuitive, ensuring drivers stay focused on performance rather than distractions. Out on open roads, the RX-9 feels alive, responding instantly to driver inputs. Push the throttle and the rotary engine sings as revs climb higher smoothly. The sound builds continuously, creating a unique and immersive driving experience throughout. Braking feels precise, allowing confident control during spirited driving sessions consistently. However, this level of uniqueness comes with realistic considerations drivers should understand. Rotary engines may require specialized maintenance compared to traditional engine designs commonly. Fuel efficiency may also differ, reflecting the nature of high-revving rotary performance systems. Long-term reliability depends heavily on proper maintenance and driving habits consistently. Still, these factors define the rotary experience rather than limit its overall appeal. Night driving transforms the RX-9 into a glowing silhouette under city lights effortlessly. Reflections highlight its smooth design, emphasizing elegance and performance simultaneously. People react differently, drawn by its rarity and distinctive sound immediately. The RX-9 proves innovation and heritage can exist together in modern performance cars. If you came from the short video, now you understand the full experience. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Night falls over a legendary circuit where something engineered for endurance waits silently. The Porsche 963 sits low, aggressive, and purpose-built for long-distance racing battles. Its design follows strict regulations, yet still feels sharp, modern, and unmistakably Porsche. The front features signature lighting, instantly recognizable, even at high speed, during night racing. Aerodynamic elements dominate the body, guiding airflow efficiently for stability over extended race durations. Every vent, curve, and surface exists for one purpose: maximizing endurance racing performance. From the side, the low stance and long proportions emphasize speed and aerodynamic efficiency. The rear reveals aggressive diffusers and wing elements designed for consistent high-speed downforce. This is where things get serious, because power comes from a hybrid system. A twin-turbo V8 works alongside an electric motor, delivering controlled and efficient performance. Press the ignition, and the system comes alive with a precise mechanical and electric blend. This isn't loud chaos. It's controlled aggression engineered for endurance racing conditions. Throttle input feels sharp, yet measured, ensuring performance without compromising reliability over long races. Acceleration is quick, but the focus remains on sustained performance rather than short bursts. This car isn't built for seconds. It's built for hours of relentless competition. Entering corners, the chassis feels planted, stable, and incredibly predictable under high pressure. Steering feedback remains precise, allowing drivers to maintain confidence through extended racing stints. This is where it gets interesting, because consistency matters more than peak performance. The hybrid system manages energy intelligently, balancing power delivery across long race distances. Inside the cockpit, minimalism dominates, focused purely on driver performance and race functionality. Displays provide critical data, including energy usage, lap timing, and system status, continuously. The seating position feels tight, placing drivers at the center of this endurance machine. Out on track, the 963 maintains rhythm, delivering consistent lap times without performance drop-offs. Braking systems remain strong, engineered to withstand repeated high-speed deceleration reliably. Cooling systems work continuously, ensuring stability even under extreme racing conditions. However, this machine exists purely for racing, with no road usability whatsoever. Comfort is minimal, as expected from a car designed for competitive endurance events. Every aspect sacrifices luxury in favor of performance, efficiency, and reliability under pressure. Night racing transforms the 963 into a glowing projectile slicing through darkness effortlessly. Headlights cut through the night, guiding the car through high-speed corners precisely. Spectators watch as it maintains pace lap after lap, without hesitation or failure. The 963 represents Porsche's commitment to endurance racing excellence and engineering precision. If you came from the short video, now you understand its true purpose. Subscribe to Rider Zone 47, like the video, and comment your thoughts below. Would you choose endurance racing precision or pure speed in a hypercar experience? Stay tuned for more cinematic machines built for performance beyond normal expectations. The Audi RS Q8 2026 waits under city lights, aggressive yet poised for chaos. Its wide-body stance stretches across the asphalt like a predator ready to hunt. LED headlights cut sharply through the night, reflecting off wet urban streets flawlessly. Every line of the exterior screams power, yet Audi keeps the SUV surprisingly elegant. The single-frame grille dominates front fascia, while subtle air intakes hint at hidden aggression. Side curves flow fluidly into muscular haunches, giving the RS Q8 a purposeful silhouette. 19-inch alloy wheels spin under arches designed for maximum dynamic control and road grip. Step closer, and the dual exhausts glint menacingly, promising ferocity once the engine wakes. Slide into the cabin, and the ambiance instantly impresses with luxurious craftsmanship and tech balance. Nappa leather seats hug occupants tightly, while subtle carbon fiber accents enhance performance mood. Steering wheel feels alive, perfectly weighted, feeding back every road nuance clearly to hands. Infotainment is futuristic, yet intuitive, offering driver-focused control without distracting from the driving experience. Under the hood, a twin-turbo V8 sits low, ready to launch the SUV forward violently. Ignition produces a throaty growl that resonates through the chassis and into the cityscape. Throttle response is immediate, with acceleration that surprises anyone expecting a normal SUV experience. 0 to 60 happens in around 3.5 seconds, almost supercar territory for a vehicle this size. Out on winding urban streets, the RS Q8 leans into corners with shocking composure. Quattro all-wheel drive distributes power intelligently, keeping traction and poise under all conditions. Despite its bulk, every movement feels deliberate, almost like a race car with luxury DNA. Adaptive suspension keeps rides smooth, yet never dilutes driver feedback or road awareness. The SUV excels in straight lines, delivering adrenaline with a visceral punch every time. Night reflections dance across sharp edges while interior ambient lighting sets a cinematic tone. City lights shimmer across its wide flanks, emphasizing aggression even at a standstill. Passengers experience luxury and excitement simultaneously, a rare combination for high-performance SUVs today. Handling at high speed remains predictable yet thrilling, rewarding confident driver inputs consistently. Fuel economy is obviously not the headline, but performance balances efficiency remarkably well for size. Some owners may find the RS Q8 too low for extreme off-road ventures occasionally. Still, this vehicle dominates streets, highways, and any road demanding both comfort and raw power. Technology enhances but never overshadows, providing tools without losing the analog driving essence. Every press of throttle communicates intent, letting the driver feel control of 600 horsepower instantly. The RS Q8 isn't perfect, but rarely does a performance SUV feel this alive. It proves that luxury, performance, and aggression can coexist seamlessly in a single package. If you discovered this SUV through the short video, welcome to the full cinematic story. Subscribe to Rider's Zone 47, like the video, and comment your favorite feature below. Tell me, do you prefer aggressive SUVs or raw supercars dominating urban streets? And if you want more cinematic automotive experiences, stick around for the next episode. Dawn light spills across empty downtown streets as the Audi Q3 waits quietly beneath glass towers. Sharp LED eyes awaken slowly, reflections sliding across sculpted metal like liquid mercury. The hexagonal grille dominates confidently, giving this compact luxury SUV unmistakable Audi presence everywhere. Camera glides low along aggressive shoulder lines as sunlight traces every precision-cut surface. Even parked, the Q3 feels restless, like it's already thinking about the next corner. Subtle wheel arches widen the stance, hinting this compact machine carries real driving intention. Press the start button, and the turbocharged engine clears its throat with quiet confidence. This is where it gets interesting, because numbers never tell the entire story. 200 horsepower wakes smoothly, pushing the lightweight body forward with surprising urgency. City traffic opens briefly, and suddenly the Q3 surges ahead without hesitation or drama. The transmission shifts cleanly, delivering power smoothly while keeping the ride calm and composed. Quattro all-wheel drive grips asphalt confidently, especially when corners start tightening unexpectedly ahead. Enter the cabin, and everything instantly feels structured, minimal, and unmistakably German in philosophy. The digital cockpit glows softly while brushed metal textures catch ambient lighting around the dashboard. Seats hug naturally, without squeezing, giving long drives a relaxed yet confident posture. The steering wheel feels solid, slightly thick, reminding you this machine still enjoys driving. Swipe across the touchscreen, and responses appear instantly. No hesitation, no frustrating digital lag. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integrate seamlessly, letting everyday technology blend into driving naturally. Sound insulation surprises immediately, muting chaotic traffic noise outside into a distant urban whisper. On open highway stretches, the Q3 cruises effortlessly around 70 mph, roughly 113 km/h. Steering remains light in traffic yet tightens beautifully when the road begins twisting through hills. You feel balance here, not aggressive sports car energy, but confident everyday precision. Cargo space handles groceries, road trips, or weekend gear without forcing clever packing strategies. Rear passengers get respectable legroom, though taller adults may notice tighter knee space sometimes. Fuel efficiency stays reasonable for a turbo SUV, especially during calm highway cruising sessions. Still, some drivers may wish the engine sounded slightly more emotional under heavier acceleration. But honestly, this restraint matches the Q3's personality perfectly. Refined, capable, never desperate. Pull into a quiet overlook, and the SUV settles calmly, like it owns the moment. You step out, glance back, and suddenly understand why this design keeps turning heads. Because the Audi Q3 isn't chasing attention loudly. It earns respect quietly through precision. A silent racetrack environment prepares under heavy, cloudy skies as something extreme prepares for dominance. The air feels still, almost tense, as if the track itself is waiting. The Bugatti Divo sits low, wide, and aggressively designed for maximum cornering performance. Its presence alone signals one purpose: pure track domination through precision. Every detail of its body is engineered with aerodynamic intent, not comfort or luxury. This machine exists to master corners, not chase straight-line glory. The silence before motion makes its aggression feel even more powerful. Its design is focused entirely on aerodynamics, prioritizing downforce over top speed efficiency. Nothing about it is accidental or decorative in nature. Every surface is sculpted to control airflow with extreme precision. Air is not resisted. Here it is guided and manipulated. Stability at high speed is the core engineering philosophy. Downforce is treated as the main source of control and confidence. This is a machine built to stick to the road under pressure. From the front, sharp aero elements and wide stance create instant intimidation presence. It looks like it is permanently leaning into a corner. The body feels track optimized, sacrificing comfort for absolute performance dominance. Even while standing still, it feels like it is in motion. The design communicates aggression through every angle and edge. Nothing is soft, nothing is relaxed, everything feels focused. It looks ready to attack any circuit instantly. Along the sides, aerodynamic channels guide air precisely around the entire chassis system. Wind is not random, here it is controlled like a system. Each curve directs airflow toward performance gain. Pressure is managed across the body with extreme accuracy. Even small design elements serve aerodynamic purpose. The car feels like it is shaping the air around it. Everything is built for stability under extreme speed. At the rear, massive wing generates extreme downforce for corner stability at speed. The diffuser works together to lock the car into the asphalt. The faster it goes, the more stable it becomes. This is where engineering reaches its peak expression. Rear design is not for appearance, it is pure function. It turns speed into grip and control. The car feels glued to the track surface. This is where things get serious, because aerodynamics define everything about this machine. Nothing matters more than how it moves through air. A quad turbo W16 engine delivers massive power but tuned for control precision. Power is not unleashed blindly, it is carefully managed. Press the accelerator, and the Devo responds instantly with controlled aggression. Acceleration feels brutal but never unstable. Every input is translated into structured motion. Power delivery feels smoother than expected, prioritizing traction over raw top speed bursts. There's no chaos in its performance behavior, only engineered stability. Under extreme conditions always. Zero to high speed happens quickly but feels disciplined. Straight line speed exists, but it is not the focus.